afternoon, everybody. You're watching the Morning Roast for October 31st, 2013.
Hey,
Yes. Hello, Chief? Yes, I'll be on my way. Thank you very much, yes.
You sound like Tennessee Tuxedo.
Tennessee it's supposed to be the late Don Adams, a.k.a. Maxwell Smart.
I am Agent Chaos.
Agent Chaos, yeah. And also
Maxwell
known for
Smart.
Inspector Gadget, yeah.
Well, what is it? Derek Smart?
Yes.
Derek Smartass. Derek Smart. We got Chief over there.
Yes,
hey,
Chief. Hey, Chief.
Hey, Chief. And I am the male version of 99.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Really part of chaos.
God help
I'm
me.
an undercover.
Well, but he's kind of small. He's more like 33 and a third. But
Already it's getting corny around here. Good morning, Good Time Radio.
hey, ain't no wrong with
And
having
of
cornflakes.
course, our buddy Diet. Up with the dogs. Oh my God. You know, this is like a job. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're committed, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been doing this now? This crazy
13
web,
months now.
internet crazy show.
Unlucky 13.
Whatever the hell you call this thing. Yeah, and we've gone through our phases, and little by little. Oh, by the way, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
You like my
Halloween,
hat?
everybody.
That's the
Yes.
one that Anthony gave me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got your hat. I was so happy. I love hats. I like hats.
Yes. I'm
But
dressed
like
up
that
as a Fox Sports camera
Yeah,
guy.
I don't know. Yeah, that one's not too good. But you got some nice hats. I got some hats, and so I said I'm not gonna throw it away. Anthony gave it to me as a gift. I'm not gonna give it away. I'm not gonna re-gift.
Right.
And so I said, shit, I'll wear it for Halloween. Here it is. Look at how small that thing is. That diversity attention, of course, how big my head is. So what's up, Derek? What's the degrees out there?
Well, believe it or not, it's 55
Oh,
degrees.
Fucking liar.
It's 55 degrees outside of Macon, Georgia, with a high of 82 and a low of 66, according
Nice
to...
costume, Derek.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah, I
you
need
very
some
much,
food
Mo.
myself, good time. I'm feeling like crap this morning, but hey, it happens. It's just, that's when I realized, this is like going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm getting up and I feel, so tired.
Yes.
But I don't know what I'm tired about. What are you tired about, Derek?
Tired of being broke. That's what I'm...
Yeah, you and 300,000.
Yeah.
You and the
In
rest
Georgia.
of the country. We're tired of being broke and ripped off.
Whatever
Yes.
that number is. What is the number in Georgia? How many people are in Georgia?
The state of Georgia population, almost about
Find
10.
that out. Maybe go to Wiki.
I think it's about
Go
10.
to Wiki quickly.
Yeah, I think we're about at 10 million right now. Last time I checked. Because yeah.
Well, it must be getting bigger.
It has been
because-
over the last 30
That's
years,
what
yeah.
Steve said.
No, I'm serious. It must be getting bigger because we are getting dumb and dumber. The movie, that is. It's
Yeah.
filming in Marietta.
Yes.
Dumb and Dumber. Hundreds of fans came out to Marietta Square on Monday. That was what?
That was
3 days ago.
3 days ago. The 21st.
Yeah, this is an old news.
28th.
This is a new story talking about that.
Yes, it's 28th. Yeah, back 28th.
Yeah, as they looked on and shot pictures across the street, Dumb and Dumber, the co-star Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels shot scenes from the new film right in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
The movie will be released next year, exactly 20 years after the original. 20 freaking years already.
Yeah.
In 20 years, God help me, I'll be 71 years old.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean 20 years from now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So 20 years to me right now, standing from this part and of not being 71, it feels like, that's not a lot of time.
Right.
But in fact, 20 years is. That's a lot. That's 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
2 decades already. So you got kids running around who, a mother went to see Dumb and Dumber, had labor, a pregnant woman. She had labor, went to the hospital, and gave birth to a kid. And today, that kid and that memory of her having almost having a baby in the theater.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Besides that, it was Dumb and Dumber that she was watching.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it was that kid is 20 years old right now.
So, yeah.
Probably masturbating all hell. Who the hell knows? Maybe even holding people up.
or get
About
knocked,
20 years
or get
ago.
knocked up herself if she happens to be a girl.
Anyway, David Scott rented the original Dumb and Dumber for a site. This is, by the way, I guess it's David Scott.
Yeah.
Who's that? What films did he
David
do?
Scott. He rented the original Dumb and Dumber on his first day. Oh, okay. I'm guessing.
And they brought their son to the Square Monday. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
It's kind of a romantic event to be down here. Our marriage depends on seeing the two stars.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Yeah,
Scott?
Yeah, when your life depends on seeing Jim Carrey and some other dude to save your marriage, boy, you got some issues to figure out. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they really have to go see Shallow Hal and shit. All right.
So I looked up under Georgia, Atlanta State. Basically, Georgia was established in 1732, the last of the original 13 colonies, named after King
What's
George
the population, Derek?
The population is 9.9 million people. So
All right, 9.9, the whole state.
the whole state. So it's
Okay.
basically 10 million people.
10 million.
Yeah.
Spread out in the whole state.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta is the capital, state capital, and the most populous city in Georgia.
Right.
It was the fourth state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, ratified in January 2nd, 1788, which was 225 years ago.
Okay, go find out the current stat on New York.
On New York? Okay.
Take that one. I want you to see something. I want you all to see something. What madness I came from. Now, that's 9 million people in the whole state.
Yes.
And what you got off the page already? Because that'll tell you also how big the state, how many square mileage. But never mind. That's a good number, 9 million. What's New York?
Okay, for the population of the state of New York
Yeah.
is 19.5 million.
That's 10 million more. Okay?
Yes.
That's the way it feels, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just imagine wherever you're at,
Mm-hmm.
whatever population you're at, less than 19 million,
Yes.
and compare yourself to New York, you just can't do it.
Yeah. New York City alone has 8.3 million, in, according to its last census back in
Yeah.
2012. The most populous city in the United States makes up almost half the population of New York State, about 40%, almost half. So
There you go.
Yeah,
Almost half the state. So taking
almost
all
half.
9 million people, right,
Mm-hmm.
in the state of Georgia and converging them into New York City.
Mm-hmm.
The whole, you still have 10 million more to go.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
ridiculous. Anyway, that's the madness and the hypoactivity that I grew up in. And by the way, you know, the salt near the ocean also gives you more hyper.
And I'm guessing
Wakes
plus
your ass
since you know New York it is
So
a
New York
it's
is
a port.
a quick-paced city.
Plus, not to mention New York City is a port city as well, considering Atlanta's landlocked.
Smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that smell is, I don't know what that.
Anyway, a lot of madness going on. Could you imagine having all this madness that we go through every day?
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, it happening in your face, nonstop,
Mm-hmm.
fast pace, every day, 24/7, never stops.
Mm-hmm.
It's like time flies in New York. Everywhere else, it just
Slows
moves and
down.
rolls along like the, what is it?
Like the
Mississippi?
ocean. Like the
It
tide.
just keeps rolling
along.
along.
Yes. Old Man River. Yes, indeed.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
It's like good time radio.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of some crazy stuff, there's
Yeah.
there's an update on the Macon grandfather over at who was attempted to.
Well, All right,
Yeah,
well, let's
Springdale. Yes. The Macon grandfather, charged with attempted kidnapping in a North Macon elementary school last week, was ordered this week to be held without bond until he can be examined by doctors. In ruling that the Matabuchi Christian Ugo, believed to be in his late 60s, which we found out later that he's in his 80s, should remain in jail.
All right.
Bibb County Superior Court Judge Howard Sims cited Ugo's
Slim Sims.
Yes, it's spectacularly irrational behavior. On October 23rd, which last week, Ogo, who's from Nigeria and has since June of this year lived with his son's family near Springdale Elementary School on Northside Drive, had gone to pick up his grandkids and walk them home. According to a Bibb campus police report, Ogo grabbed a 13-year-old girl by her arm and forced her to sit beside him. He began to talk to her and then rubbed her face and placed his hands in her hair, according to the report. It said that he was talking to her about Moses.
All right. Two more points on that story.
Now, Ugo, unfortunately, he does not speak English, and he needs a translator to understand what's going on or why.
Okay,
He,
now we talked about this on the show. What do you
This
feel
guy across the
about it?
street needs a translator.
What do you feel about this?
it's a bad situation. I mean, obviously, this guy. I mean,
What do you think? What's your
he
opinion?
has no intent because he's 80-something years old for one thing, and I mean, where would be the intent? I mean, I don't think his intent is to kidnap a kid. I mean, he obviously has
Kidnap and
dementia.
rape.
Yeah, kidnap and rape. I mean, plus he's 80. What are you gonna do? He's 80-something years old. But
Well,
at the
maybe
same
he
time,
doesn't know that. But the point is, obviously,
he's obviously demented,
there's something going
suffering
on.
from, or at least suffering from dementia.
What I think is he is, you know how people, like you said, he's old, right?
Mhm.
82.
Yes.
You notice how seniors, which by the way, have issues when you get older, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And sometimes they become like little children again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like
Like a second
completely
childhood.
bliss. Like completely a bliss.
Like a
And I think that's why he was stuck. I'm not saying that that's what it is. It just appears to me to be that. My opinion. The guy has got mental issues because he's 82 years old,
Yes.
Nigerian, tired,
Some said that he hasn't.
in his own
he-
world.
he may be
They
suffering.
get into dementia. All sorts of shit could happen.
Says
That-
according to the hearing, said he was he tried to sip water but he couldn't swallow. But he said he hadn't eaten in days and may suffer from the effects of dehydration. I guess while being detained. I guess.
It's a very sad story, and right now this also entails Judge Sims. And really, I'm not going to get mental disability over this story because it makes me so mad when I see the whole context of the story with Judge Sims being a judge, overseeing this guy's fate, and he's the one that also broke the law twice as a drunk driver. What would you rather have, Derek? Would you rather have a little old man who thinks he's a child, pawing at a kid, or would you rather have a drunk driver running and speeding at you? What would you rather have, Derek?
I mean, if I was a parent, I mean, I would rather have my child just walk home to school by themselves, or at least take the school bus.
I'm just saying, what's worse?
What's worse?
What's worse than the DUI?
Really?
Or killing the person?
Well, yeah, killing the
That's
person.
what's
So
worse.
yeah, that's a problem.
That's
worse.
just too extreme.
But
That's why don't drink and drive. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
exactly.
Everybody that's argued that point with me and said, oh, I'm going to go. Guess what? Just as of recently, a couple of them
Yeah.
got DUIs. Think.
I was just reading what the story was when I got it from the Macon Telegraph, which I think Ed from getting it through because we know we've had some problems trying to get stories from the Macon Telegraph. And Tanya Davis King was saying something that says anybody with sense can see this gentleman has a medical condition. He may have Alzheimer's
Damn, bingo.
Says my mother got lost in her neighborhood and she was running around like a crazy woman, terrified. And Lastasha Evans said something like, anybody see another problem with this article? Why in God's creation is a 13-year-old in elementary school? Springdale is K through the 5th grade. I mean, now with that being said, he was inside school with this not so rational behavior and campus police wasn't called. I mean, I'm wondering why no one in this man's family was called. Evidently, he knew where his grandchildren went to school and been there before. And my goodness, it says Springdale is K through 5th grade anyway. A 13-year-old in the 5th grade is surprising in Macon, which is kind of sad.
Why is that surprising, dude?
What, a 13-year-old in the 5th grade?
You know how many times you probably stayed back?
A lot. I knew a guy who was 15 years old in the 6th grade. The dude was, I mean, come on, the dude was old.
He's not like 18. He's in what, middle school, they call it. In New York, it's junior high school.
Yeah, but I'm back in 6th grade. I knew a guy who was 15 in the 6th grade. I mean, the dude was old enough to have his own parking space. Sheesh, in the freaking 6th grade. Sad.
I don't know. Keep reading some of those. Those are interesting remarks.
Yes.
But you got to be like the person. Like, if you're going to read it, don't read it like we're reading a medical text.
Okay. Yvonne Lum, who is a graduate assistant at Family Health Centers. Or it could be she was there to pick up her siblings. Middle schoolers are released at 3 o'clock. I have seen plenty of middle schoolers at Springdale waiting for the children to be released. Perhaps we should be open-minded and consider all possibilities before making this girl out to be less than. First of all, what 13-year-old you know with some freaking driver's license, okay? She there to pick up her younger siblings? Come on now.
Oh my God, Judge Judy would go off on that. What else? That's it. One more.
Tom Katz says, he should be sent back to Nigeria on the next plane. Give him a one-way ticket. You know.
All right, there. That was good, Derek. Thank you.
Okay.
Moving on. We got. We're gonna do a very quick wacky news since that was so wacky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have some other
But Manhattan. Do you know
what?
That anywhere you go in Manhattan, in a public park area, most likely they are forgotten graveyards.
Yes.
Of fame, and these are famous hotels and supermarkets. Here's a chilling thought. Kind of chilly out there for Halloween. If you're visiting one of New York's many amazing parks and squares, it's likely that you're standing on land that was formerly used as a cemetery or a potter's field. Manhattan is still dotted with several interesting historic centuries, such as the first Sharif Israel graveyard. I guess the first Jewish graveyard in New York.
Okay.
But a great many of burial grounds once existed, but were removed due to the new developments. And in several cases, they even left the bodies behind. In the colonial era in New York, was most confined to an area south of today's City Hall. As New York rapidly grew, starting in the early 19th century, its population naturally moved up the island, like an erection goes up.
Yeah. Okay.
At the same time, burial epidemics ravaged the city during various periods, forcing the city to quickly develop burial grounds and potter's fields for unclaimed bodies on the edge of town. But as what was considered the edge of the town, and that's kind of like, who said it first, right?
Oh, okay.
The edge of the town. Move further north, those burial grounds were suddenly considered valuable land, and in many cases they exhumed the corpses and turned those spots into well-manicured public parks. And one example of this is the Flatiron Building. That had a historical, that's a building that looks like a triangle that you see in a lot of pictures.
Okay.
Known as the Flatiron Building on 23rd Street and Broadway. Liberty Place, the Federal Reserve Building, Erie Canal, Whole Foods, there's a Whole Foods supermarket.
Not bad.
And
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is creepy. Especially from that picture, that little
I mean,
ranch.
what about Macon, Georgia? Macon had a lot of debt. Obviously, still does, but for the size of the city. But you know,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah,
think?
there's
of
a lot of stuff like the.
You look like Tokyo Joe.
Tokyo Joe.
I want my Yankee bastard.
I want those Americans.
Yes. Jojo Hernandez, yes. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Good morning, man.
Hello,
yeah,
Donnie-
it is.
Donnie
It's kind of
Curry.
Vietnamese, right? Donnie, I love you. Thought I was,
I was
talking
about to
before
say
I got
Japanese.
back.
Yeah, I was about to say Japanese. The Vietnamese, like when they got those big, round, little cone, look like lampshade type hats on. Yeah, that's Vietnamese actually. I watched those, all those Vietnam movies back during the '80s. You know, yeah.
Me love you long time.
Yes.
Hey.
Very long time.
We're gonna do videos on break. Oh.
Been drinking, yeah. Speaking of drinking, Jones County is voting for Sunday alcohol sales coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna get it. Everybody wants to get drunk now. Everybody's so depressed.
Mm-hmm. I see.
People need to relax, and they have alcohol like crazy, and that's going up. And beer, especially.
That's true. Sunday liquor sales in Gray and Jones County are still a no-go, but that could change next week when city and county voters go to the polls. It's an intriguing time for Pam Gaddy. She's the owner of the Shooters Bar and Grill in Gray, and is opening up a restaurant for Sunday lunch for the first time in 5 years.
I built their
Yeah.
community.
Oh, really?
I built their community for Korean people.
How about that? Small world, huh?
No, I didn't know everybody. They see me on the post office wall all the time.
Oh, okay. Although not planned, the Sunday opening nearly coincides with Jones County voters heading to the polls to decide whether Sunday sales of malt liquor and wine should be allowed. Obviously, she says, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Sunday sales personally, and maybe we will sell a little liquor down the road a bit too.
You don't sound like her though.
Well, I kind of figured that out, yeah.
Uh,
The referendum for Jones
It's about
County.
the money.
Yeah, it's about the money, obviously. The referendum for Jones County only refers to package sales by retailers, but in Gray, voters will have the option of also legalizing liquor by the drink. Gaddy says the Gray restaurant industry supports the referendums as the business fight to keep people in town on football Sundays. Yes.
Well, look, having beer on Sunday doesn't make. I mean, it makes money.
Yeah, and they're voting for it November the 5th, by the way.
It makes money and all that for consumers to spend. That's why it makes money, because people are spending.
Yeah.
Nobody's making anything except the beer company and the liquor company.
Yeah.
But anyway, in that case, they need a lot of business, and that's fine. That's the way you generate some revenue.
Right.
But it's not the wherewithal for any business to succeed on many levels. And I'll tell you why. Because then you have just plain business. People just aren't there.
Yeah.
It's like you're making. We just do not have the amount of population that would do the kind of stuff that's done in New York. That's a billion times more, 10 million times more revenue strength in New York City than there is here.
Well,
10 million, at least. And the proof is in the pudding. After serving customers in Macon for 12 years, Sonny's Barbecue has closed for business.
Yes.
How the hell does that happen?
I have no idea, man. I'm shocked as you. I mean, Sonny's, that was a staple of food back when pulled pork. When I used to go to back at UJ, I know that Sonny's is still open. Thank goodness it's still open over there. But man, especially when I had money, from my parents and stuff, we used to go down there on Sundays and stuff because the cafeteria at the dorm cafeterias they don't sell dinner. They just breakfast and lunch, and then after 12 o'clock noon, you're pretty much on your own until Monday.
Yeah.
And you get those nice little pork chop platters, man, or the barbecue rib platters.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Wow.
And
Well,
baked beans.
I went there a few times. Actually, I know somebody that looks like the little Sunny logo. And
Sunny.
so help me, I do not lie. Not today anyway. Not this moment.
Yeah.
Like I said, I also know this person. He looks exactly, and his name is Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
Yeah. That's
His name is Sonny, and he looks like the Sonny logo.
okay.
But a sweetheart of a man.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I'm
God
sure he
bless
is.
him.
I'm sure he is, man. But I remember having those days. I was talking to one of my college buddies, Arnold, who lives in Ohio now. He was kind of sad himself. He said he texted me R.I.P. Rest in peace, Sonny's barbecue. Because I remember back in the day, we used to kill those platters in the buffet, like more bread, more beans. You know that, just kill it.
Well, it's been crazy. What's Johnny going off about, Ed? Have you been reading?
They're talking about wine being biblical, blah, blah, blah.
I finally got my leather press. Oh, great. Congratulations. Hold on. Yes, why ban Sunday alcohol sales? Because of the Bible? What about separation of church and state?
That is a good question.
All right, that's all the monks. Well, that's why it's going to pass. I mean, it's going to pass. It passed here in Macon. But they set limits. Like, you can't sell it before 12 o'clock or some crazy.
Yeah, that is. I kind of hated those. I kind of hated that law because when I turned 21, my birthday fell on a Sunday, so I was old enough to drink. I just couldn't drink anything. That's the only bad part I hate.
It's affected you getting women? That's how
In fact, you
much it's affected.
getting drunk with.
Yeah.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Barrett is single,
Yes.
available,
Ready to mingle.
and ready to mingle.
Can you exert it?
Exert.
All right, here we go. Diaz, yes, I just don't believe in religion making public policy in any form. Well, yeah, I guess religion is like math. It's in everything.
I thought you were gonna
The
see.
numbers are all in it.
For me, I thought you might have said fructose corn syrup, but instead of math, it's everything. It's even in cereals. Like, dang, in Captain Crunch, it's in candy. It's in
I like Captain Crunch.
yeah. I
Wait,
like
wait.
Captain Crunch too. That even though they shred the daylights out of your upper palate, but still, the roof of your mouth.
So you got to put milk in it, and they got to be just right. They got to soft. They're gonna be soft on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
They get mushy.
It tastes
you
delicious,
gotta
but
get
it's killer on your roof of your
El
mouth.
Dante.
Yeah.
You gotta get Captain Crunch like El Dante, where it has that little crunch to it, but not too much.
Yeah.
Let me see, Derek. Too bad.
You
Too
can-
bad you would not.
Sick on that birthday because you could have gotten drunk on Dayquil. Oh, Dayquil.
If that.
True. Yeah.
Anyway, so Sonny's Barbecue is closing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other two Georgia locations, in Middle Georgia, on Russell Parkway and Warner Robins and Patrick's Drive in Perry will remain open. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is a tough day, as you can imagine. Fink said, I think it's due to the economy.
Dog!
Small businesses have been
You're
challenged
right.
for the last 7
Well,
years.
what the friggin' do?
You're funny?
Sonny,
There's nothing wrong with our economy. Our congressmen make good money.
well, look who's saying it. Sonny's is based in Winter Park, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and has franchises in 9 states throughout the Southeast. There were 18 Sonny's barbecue restaurants in Georgia, not counting the Macon location.
Hmm.
He said 40 full-time, part-time staff workers at the restaurant. He let the employees know the closing, and on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. That's it. Between Tuesday and Wednesday, they let them know. That's it, we're closing. Some of the Macon staff may get positions at other Middle Georgia Sonny's. And how comfortable is that for somebody? You have a job at Sonny's. Let's say you're in Macon, you got to drive where?
Warner Robins. That's another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Almost a half hour.
Yeah, he says it's mostly because the business has been a little slow. They have it.
And I'm surprised that it was slow because they were at Presidential Parkway.
Yeah, but the Ryan's closed too. Ryan's closed.
Yeah, Ryan's
Now they
closed. That was a good place too to eat too.
Well, what are their prices like? I forgot. They're pretty expensive. They're not that cheap.
Yeah, they have gone up a bit. They have gone up since the late
I mean,
80s,
it's
early
like
90s.
it's a little bit upscale. I mean, you can't compare the two, but Chick-fil-A and it's not like that. It would be more like a Beefsteak Charlie in New York.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
What's the other one? Applebee's.
Applebee's, yeah.
Right?
Applebee's is nice.
More like
Yeah,
that
nice.
food.
Yeah, in
No, I'm
fact,
saying the level of food.
yeah, it is. Actually, Applebee's is actually closer to my place than Sonny's. I guess it's probably why. I guess depending on what part of Macon do you live. Wait a minute. Speaking of Presidential Parkway, is Zaxby's still open over there?
Where?
Yeah.
Okay, Zaxby's still open. I guess Zaxby's took their business. That would
Maybe.
explain. Yeah. Those chicken
Everybody's
fingers.
desperate for a buck, baby.
Those chicken fingers are to die for, man, and the fries. Mwah.
Wow.
I'm just.
Stop
Yeah.
talking.
I used to know this New Yorker that used to say that. It's to die for.
Yeah, it's to die.
Yeah, it's to die for. You gotta try these. Yeah. You gotta try those wings out. It's to die for. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Whatever. Don't ignore me.
Yeah, speaking of someone.
I heard that for like almost close to 7 years, bro.
Wow.
Go ahead, Doug.
Speaking of someone talking about going to die for or something like that, or probably wish he would, the Middle Georgia prisoner gets five years. She's just for threatening the president.
Wow.
This
Threatening
man-
Obama.
Yes. Federal prosecutors say a former Baldwin State Prison inmate has been sentenced to 5 years. Woo! A whole 5 years in federal prison for threatening to kill the president of the United States. 37-year-old Richard Jeremy Ware wrote a letter in November 2011 threatening to kill President Barack Obama and the First Lady Michelle Obama, and he also threatened to kidnap and molest the Obama's daughters. Ware pleaded.
Oh yeah, that was that crazy guy. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that story. They
Mhm.
finally he got 5 years. Remember we talked about
Mhm.
this?
He said he pleaded guilty back in April to one count of threatening the president and was sentenced yesterday. The indictment says Ware also threatened to kill Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Clinton, as well as George W. Bush. Prison records show that Ware was at the Central State Prison in Macon at the time, serving a sentence for making terroristic threats in Whitfield County back in 2009. He has been in federal custody since March. Yes.
All right, well there you go.
I think he should have
Thank
gotten more
you,
than 5
guy.
years, but still, hey,
Anyway,
at least he
that
got
story
done.
was a buzz killer.
Oh,
All right, so anyway, Sonny's Barbecue is closing, Derek. That's what we're talking about. By the way, yesterday I was watching the Senate committee coming together for Obamacare and countering Sebelius. We're going to try to do this brief, but I do want to say something about that. Okay? Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius threw herself in a live political grenade Wednesday, taking full responsibility for the problem-riddled rollout of the federal health insurance marketplace, the decision not to delay the October 1st launch of its troubled website.
Mm-hmm.
She said, hold me accountable for the debacle. I'm responsible. Sebelius testified at a packed hearing before the House and Energy Commerce Committee. That's it. That's all I need to read. They went off on her.
Oh yeah, they grilled her.
And she was taking it somewhat personal. I was like, don't lose your cool, lady. Don't lose your cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because those guys are like rabid dogs.
Like vultures.
And they went after her. I'm telling you, I've never seen it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
They were ready to curse her out. They were so angry.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. I mean, some of them guys were like they were
Going
over
back
the
and
edge.
forth, like screaming at each other. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Definitely, I could see it. I could see that. It was just.
You leaving,
surprised
Donnie?
of it.
I'm gonna work in my money on cable for sure.
Cabby, man.
Gotta run, get ready for the Halloweeny spectacular tonight.
Spooktacular tonight. Have a
Bye,
great
good
day,
time. Thanks
folks.
for stopping, buddy.
See you later,
Appreciate-
Good Time Radio.
We appreciate your business.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Sonny's needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Was show some appreciation to people.
Oh, yeah.
People are like religious, in their way of choosing restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go there. Oh, this is where I have dinner with my family, and we have memories here, and
Mm-hmm.
diner, all that other shit, right?
Oh, yes.
They even have orgasms. Remember with what's his name? The girl had an orgasm.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Brooklyn.
She get like 100 of them a day or something like that. Yeah.
That Indian.
I am Prince Harry. That's
Yeah, she was an Indian woman, Derek.
Oh, really?
Anyway, so they beat the hell out of her in that committee.
Right.
And I'm sitting there going, wow, they're really going off on her. But she started getting like Hillary Clinton did. Remember what happened when they were like really
When you
pushing?
talking
She
about
like
Benghazi?
broke out and said, oh, okay,
What difference
does
does
that
it
make?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
concerned about what we're doing about it now.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Never
knew
mind
about
that
it.
I dropped the ball and I didn't look.
They knew about it. They ain't send no help, man. That's bottom line.
Somebody dropped the frickin' ball. They shouldn't have rolled it out, or they had 3 years. The law was passed 3 years ago. You know that I'm a big Obama fan. I'm not one to criticize, but Jesus, what the hell? And yeah, it's not all about a website, it's about access. The problem is that your website doesn't provide access. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is.
I mean,
that is
they
what
must
it
have
is.
hired a bunch of like these a-holes like
Well,
I
interns.
used to meet when I lived up in Lilburn with my old roommate. We
Yeah.
were a contract. He used to flip houses. This guy was a genius. The guy that looks like Jefferson Davis, related to Jefferson.
Okay.
And we used to hire guys that said, yeah, I know how to do tile. Yeah, I know how to throw up drywall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good at plumbing. Bullshit! They were horrible. They did a lousy job.
Mm-hmm.
One time we had to rip the frickin' tile down because the guy he didn't really have straight eyes.
For a minute, I thought.
You know what I'm talking about, Tower?
For a minute, I thought it was a special effect. Yeah, I'm not.
No. And we had to rip all the tile down and redo the work. Of course, we fired him. But could you imagine that?
Uh-huh.
He made no money on that wall because he paid that guy and then ripped it down. And that's the problem I have when the government hires some of these workers. They're not what they say they are. They say they're techies.
Yeah.
What kind of techie? What kind of techie is a techie that doesn't even know how to use, let's say,
What, duct tape?
Macintosh, like a rare
Macintosh.
breed?
Okay. Well, obviously they're not a techie, or at least they're a certain specified techie. They may be a PC techie, but not an Apple techie. I mean, like, I wouldn't even say a plumber would be considered, a techie. I mean, he's a specialist. He works with pipes. That's it. I mean, techie is someone.
You know how I've been working on computers
Mhm.
since 1979.
Well,
And I get people that, I work on computers. And I look at them, see what they do, and I'm like, damn, you're just a fucking hacker. You can fucking people shit up.
well, they screwed up on the Obama website because once again, people don't get together. They don't. It's kind of like us here on the Morning Road.
Mhm.
We're trying to now get more together, putting things together so that it all comes together. No more winging it.
Yeah.
That shit is over. But they haven't decided to do that in government, see? Nobody wants to work together. Everybody points fingers.
Boo!
Come on, Ed, make it more festive. What's wrong? Why is it not Bugs Bunny on the auto sound making the low in the background? Anthony's on steroids. Yeah, go ahead, Ed. Have fun. You know what?
Yeah, I will. Here, how about this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, baby! Thank you, Ed. Now that was entertaining.
Now leave me alone.
Now that was entertaining.
Fireman!
By the way, that's the first time I see it in its entirety. It's great. I didn't even know that it had almost like the whole song.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like a short little blip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah! And then I add, baby. There we go. Anthony, are you coming over?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope so. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Tonto. But,
Bunny
TV.
TV, yeah.
Bunny TV is on.
Yes, thank you for coming by. Happy Halloween to you.
What else is going on?
Oh, yeah, what
okay.
else? We got some feds posting some food allergy guidelines for schools for children. This is from Atlanta. The federal government is issuing its first guidelines to guidelines for schools on how to protect children with food allergies. The voluntary advice calls on schools to take such a step as restricting nuts, shellfish, or other foods that can cause allergic reactions, and to make sure emergency allergy medicines like EpiPens are available. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, posted the guidelines on its website yesterday. About 15 states and many schools and school districts already have policies of their own, but experts say that many of their policies are probably not that comprehensive. A recent study from CDC estimated that 1 in 20 U.S. children have food allergies.
Wow.
Yes. So those who are allergic to shellfish, like shrimp and lobster or whatever crab, I don't think they serve crabs and stuff at school, but they do shell shrimp.
Imagine how the peanut allergies are real dangerous.
Oh yeah, peanut allergies, cashew allergies, any type of nut really.
Or anything
walnuts.
in peanuts,
Yeah.
any chemical.
Mhm.
It's something in the peanut.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Anthony, you want to know this?
Yeah.
What's the deal about the peanut? What is the main chemical that causes you to react for peanut? Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Remember we talked about a little over a month, maybe 2 months ago, there was some school children in India that got sick from the food, from the cafeteria.
Yeah, the poison.
Yeah, the poisoning, yeah.
Well, that was poison.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what's in the peanut, the chemical in peanut, that makes the reaction? We gotta figure that one out.
I want to say the oil, because peanut oil is, peanuts can be used for oil, peanut oil, like cooking oil. Yeah, George Washington Carver was heavily involved in it. That's true, Ed.
What?
George Washington Carver had found like 200 uses for the peanut.
Yeah, okay, you know that. So what's the name of the chemical? Oh, anaphylaxis. Thank you, Tower. There you go. Well-educated man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Love the hat. What do you think, Ann? You haven't said anything about it. Look good? It just depends on how you wear it. You wear it with a bandana underneath, don't look like so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to look for, oh, okay, and that's anaphylaxis. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know her. I know her.
Anaphylaxico.
I know anaphylactic.
Yeah, it's
Right.
yeah.
He
They,
lives next door to me.
yes, usually they have emergency situation requiring immediate attention and treatment with epinephrine that they usually treat with anaphylaxis.
Yeah.
Peanut allergies are usually treated with an exclusion diet and vigilant avoidance of foods that may contain whole peanuts, peanut particles, and or oils like peanut oil. Yes.
All right, there you have it.
Mhm.
Thank you, Derek. That was cool. Allergies, Dumb and Dumber. By the way, once again,
Mhm.
Dumb and Dumber is going to be in Marietta, still filming.
All right.
7 more days. And if you want to get there, take pictures, you better do it now.
Do it while you can.
Or be loser.
Yes. Well, speaking of entertainment,
Yeah.
there's some stuff going on right now with American Idol. We have some people from Middle Georgia that's participating in it. Middle Georgia Hope singing.
Go.
Yeah, Middle Georgia singing hopefuls try their chops at this year's American Idol auditions in Atlanta yesterday for a chance to go to Hollywood. And on the final day of auditions, Nika Nishay of Milledgeville and Josh Hudson of Eatonton waited in the holding room of the W Hotel for their chance to perform in front of the judges. This year's panel of judges consists of country music star Keith Urban, Triple Threat Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, who's returning from a hiatus on the show, and newcomer Harry Connick Jr. More than 70 people auditioned for the trio over a 2-day period, and the judges say that they like the talent from the Southeast so far. Jennifer Lopez said that I am excited. We had a great day yesterday. Seacrest, who's from Georgia, by the way, he says, yesterday we started with like 5 tickets in a row at the beginning of the day, so there's at least 5 people from the Georgia area that may be that we may be seeing on American Idol this coming January.
So where is that happening? What area in Georgia?
They had auditions in Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well. Hey, Anthony, why don't you go? Try out for the American Idol.
Well, he's too old. The cutoff age is 30.
No.
Unfortunately, I think that's why Simon Cowles did the X Factor thing, because you could be over 30
Yeah.
and participate in that.
Yeah, the whole show, like, what's it, Simon Cowell
Mm-hmm.
now does that X Factor, and he looks so committed to that show that it's almost like American Idol is the first child who doesn't get attention.
Oh, the older.
Imagine being the original child in that family, and then all of a sudden they abandon you.
Yeah, I can see
It's
that.
kind of American Idol is like what do they call it? The Stepford Child or something child.
The stepchild, redheaded stepchild.
Just ask Mark Anthony. What is that? Yeah, J-Lo sucks.
Just ask Mark Anthony.
She does. I mean, this is
Oops,
another.
wrong one.
You've overstayed
Just ask
your
Mark
welcome.
Anthony. Thank you. Wrong sound effect. J-Lo,
Go figure.
DS Figure Photocast. J-Lo is a talentless fur hag,
Oh,
in my honest opinion. Fur hag.
yeah. Damn, Diaz. Diaz, would you dance to her music? You know what I'm talking about now. Really dancing. I'm not saying the other. Yeah.
I have to admit, though, she used to have a very nice behind.
Yeah, she married Mark Anthony. Boy, that guy is like,
Mm-hmm.
he's like that old uncle.
Yeah.
Like, just not a good looking guy.
Yeah.
He's like that uncle that comes over. You know,
Yeah.
overstays his wealth. Annoying. Yeah,
Why
I'm tired of hearing this song. salads.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out why in the world he divorced her. I mean, he was originally, truth be told, he was originally married to Dayanara Torres, who was the 1993 Miss Universe. She won the Miss Universe
And
pageant.
he divorced her.
Yeah. And
Go
then he
figure.
went. And then he went to marry Jennifer Lopez, J Lo, and then he.
And then he divorced her.
Like, what's going on? I mean, call me crazy, but if I was married to Miss Universe, I may not want to divorce her. I'm just saying.
Well, Tower got it right, and very simply put, because she is a bitch to live with. And he asked it as a question. Because she's a bitch to live with? Here's the thing. It's not that she's a bitch to live with. It's whether you can handle the idea that you're not going to be able to be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to become selfless
Yes.
in any relationship.
Oh yeah. That's no question.
And I don't think J-Lo could do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. That's
Oh.
what it is. And him either.
Yeah.
So they're both made to do a boomerang off each other. That's it. Meet, greet, and out on the street.
Meet, greet, out. Yeah, nice
Like
word. Yeah, nice word, nice play on words.
That's an urbanism.
Yeah, definitely an urbanism.
Thank you.
Tyra Linda says maybe because she is gay, she's a bitch to live with, or he is gay.
Well,
Either way, I don't know.
dude, that's one dude I would not do on my horniest day. Then again, he probably has a big schlong, which is why she married him. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a big
Usually,
schlong.
guys with long noses and long hands have long penises.
Yeah. Well, she has.
Maybe not thick, but long.
Well, yeah. I mean, he may have a big schlong, but she has a big butt. So I guess they complement
But
each
he's
other.
ugly, yeah.
Well, just because you ugly doesn't mean that you
Oh,
can't have
please.
sex. There's a lot of folks that are ugly. They have sex all the time.
Yeah.
They shouldn't reproduce
Yeah, Mama
and
Jim.
bring more ugly people in the world, but still, I'm.
Well, thank God I'm not bringing more of me around. There's only one me. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. What else can I be but what I am?
Thank you,
I'm gonna
Cash.
settle down.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Cash.
For
You've been wonderful,
better
yes.
or worse.
Yes, yes, babe. You've been wonderful, Catch. Yes, yes. Sammy Davis Jr., everyone. Thank you.
We're really trying, Aunt. We really are trying. We're trying to make this thing interesting. There are some ugly people in this show. Really? It just is what it is.
Yes.
Right, Anthony? We're in Uglyville. I lived in Lawrenceville and now in Uglyville.
Wow.
Everyone around here is ugly. It's weird. It's a weird state to be in. It's like Planet of the Apes. I didn't mean that in a racial term either. That
I know
was a
you meant
Freudian
it in an
slip.
ugly way, but
Never mind.
well, you could have said
Fuck movie
you
actor.
you just could have said, well, they look like the island of Dr. Moreau or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
or the what was it, the hills have eyes or something like that.
No.
Or Children of the Corn.
Remember how Geraldo Rivera became famous because he went inside some mental institution? What's the name of that place? Anyway, that's what we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they cut down the ugly forest, they made a lumber-making telephone pole. Still doing it. Did you
Whoa,
see
man.
all those trees that were chopped down, Anthony, when you and I were driving? It's horrible. Trucks and trucks of trees. Say that 3 times. Trucks and trucks
of trees.
Trucks and trucks of trees.
Cute
Trucks
doctor.
and trucks
Doctor
of
trees.
Lions,
That's
tigers,
right.
and bears. Oh my.
Hey, bring up a story. All right, let's see who can bring up the craziest story.
Okay, I guess
Hold
it's
on,
time
I
for the
got
wing
one.
dang doodle of the
How
hour.
about the Chinese zoo that tried to pass off a hairy dog as a lion? It was on the ticker on CNN.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? Okay, bring it up.
Yeah, please bring it.
Yeah, I don't want to know about some college
That's the
benefit.
story. That's it. That's all there is.
Oh.
They tried to pass off a hairy dog as a lion at
Right.
a Chinese zoo.
Bring it on.
Okay.
No, that's it. I mean,
Oh, there's the
why
story.
do you dig worse on the story?
I'm so excited.
Get the meat out, man.
Get the meat
out.
out.
Move
But
on.
blam. Get the yeah.
All right, let me see. I got one.
Oh
Let me
my
see.
goodness.
I'm on Huffington News, and you know they're pretty good. They have a lot of wacky, stupid stories. You know, like the one I just brought up regarding just about everywhere you go in New York, every park in New York is a gravesite, or it used to be. Let me see. Lou Reed and the crack guitar. Let's see what that's about. Lou Reed and the crack guitar. Now that we're talking about Lou Reed just passed away a couple of days ago, legend.
Yeah.
He was like a pillar as opposed to the walls itself
Right.
of music. He was more of a pillar. He really wasn't musically the greatest. It's just something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't sound good. He only had one hit, real hit. But he was legendary.
He was very influential. Yeah.
Anyway, I heard earlier that Lou Reed had died, but I didn't have a big emotional response. I felt sorry to hear it, and I mostly thought about when I used to see him with his wife, Laurie Anderson, on the streets of Lower Manhattan, when we lived down there. Something about an iconic star living such an accessible and down-to-earth life was just so damn nice to see, especially when you consider the far less accomplished stars who place themselves in front of a camera whenever possible and then complain about their lack of privacy. Come live in New York, baby.
Anthony, are you going to dress up
It
like
is
a little beggar
completely
next month
doable.
here?
And that is right. You can go in New York, like it says. Look at how he writes the story. He says, come live in New York, baby, and it's completely doable. Anyway, I'll miss Lou Reed as an artist and a New Yorker, and will never stop enjoying his late 80s album, New York, which I consider a relatively unappreciated masterpiece. And anyway, it talks about a crack guitar, so let's see that. Okay. While Bella and her amazing friend Charlie were bopping around in my house, my son Charlie was playing a guitar, and we were trying to harmonize on a Beatles Obli Dee, Obla Da, you know.
Yeah, time goes on.
Right? They were trying to do that song. We actually made a little progress. When we finished, we put my nice Taylor acoustic guitar down a little too hard, and I heard it crack. Like he was saying, yes, oh, be careful, and crack those things. He handed it to me, and I saw a massive separation on the body of the instrument. I grabbed, what the hell did that kid do with it? I grabbed it, and I took it upstairs to assess the damage. As I reached my bedroom, I felt a huge wave of emotion come over me, and I was surprised to realize that I was about to start crying. At that moment, Charlie walked in, having followed me. He looked so mortified about the damage to the instrument and my reaction that it sobered me up emotionally. I immediately got myself together, not really sure if he noticed, and I was on the verge of tears, and assured him quite rationally that just an instrument could be repaired or replaced. Later, I was considering my response to my guitar breaking, and I tried to think about whether there were any other objects I could lose or break that would make me feel so upset. It sounds like a morning roast. Rather, a daily bread, but it's not.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let me see. I'm basically a hack guitar player, can strum as long as much else. Blah 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 blah. Anyway. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I thought the story had a lot more.
Oomph to it, more meat on it.
Yeah, a lot more meat on it.
I guess it was more gristle than meat.
That's wacky news out there. A news story that has no news in it.
Well, it's 9 o'clock right
That's
now.
irrelevant.
It's 9 o'clock right now. One and done.
What the hell?
It's 55 degrees in Macon, Georgia. It's cloudy with a high of 81 and a low of 50 degrees. So you may need a windbreaker if you're going to go trick-or-treating tonight. Anyway, we're getting ready for our first break, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Matter of fact, I just remembered 30 years ago this week, that Michael Jackson's Thriller video made its world premiere on Friday Night Videos on NBC during Halloween weekend.
That's not so.
What the frickin' do?
I'm just saying because there is
No, I think it's great.
Yeah, it is 30 years ago. That's incredible because
We had 20 years of what? What was the 20 years we were talking about? This
TLC. I think it was like Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
And, but I was just saying, Thriller is influential not only as an album, but also as a music video. And I was just thinking, there was a Bollywood version of Thriller that I happened to run into. Hopefully that will play in the break. But stick around. We'll see you later. Don't touch that remote or computer mouse. We'll be right back. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Brains.
Yeah.
That you can come and bring the
That's
real
the way I feel
Thriller
right
in.
now. That's the way I feel right now.
I'm
I
kidding.
fuck
I don't even know
5
what to
minutes of
say.
my fucking life that I'll never
My
see.
brain.
I had more fun than
Kila.
It's awful. That was like the worst version of Thriller I've ever seen in my life. Even Macon does better than that. Jeez. Horrible.
Oh, man.
And
It
you
just-
like that
but,
shit.
yeah, because that's
Look
what.
at how hysterical you
But look,
are.
I'm just saying.
What a piece of
Do
shit.
you know how influential that is? I mean, when you got Bollywood imitating Thriller, that's what.
That wasn't imitating Thriller.
I didn't say it was good, but I'm just.
That was some other video.
I
with
mean-
a guy with a red jacket in it. And fame.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's to tell you how they didn't have that much of a budget compared to the people who did the Thriller video. I mean, it's India. Come on, they make 1,000 movies a year. I mean, man, you can only have so much money for special effects. I mean,
Yeah, it has some joy to it. I know what that was all about. But it's always the same. It's the screaming woman or the dancing woman
Yeah.
with the kerchief, and then the guy you saw.
yeah,
And they take the towel and they go like this to it. It's like crazy shit.
pelvic thrust, all that junk. Kila.
What about the one with the towel? That the guy wraps the towel under his crotch and brings it through the back and does this.
Well, I guess they didn't have it
and
in
then he
that.
snaps it at the
They
woman.
probably didn't have it in that number, but it was. I mean, the only thing that you had that was remotely something to do with Thriller is that the dude had a red and black jacket on. They did that one dance with one move where they went,
That was it.
and then they do the.
Then he's like running after her with a stick. What was that all about? He had like something in his hand, and he's going to buy a crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true.
Go ahead,
ATT. Bollywood, the film company in India, produces the most movies in the world. They make 1,000 per year. They make 1,000, at least an average.
And they all
1,000.
suck.
That's why they mass produce them. They're so bad. What kind of acting is that?
Well, you
They
gotta.
walk around
Well,
with
you gotta
a-
remember they got 1 billion people. They gotta. I mean, you just can't show the same 10 movies every weekend like at Amstar. I mean, you got 1 billion people. You gotta play in some new stuff. Kali man.
What is that? That's all they're doing.
Kali man.
Well, I was going to boing, boing.
That is the wing dang doodle of the hour.
That is a thriller. Thrilled me, real.
Yeah, that's
For
different.
real, it really thrilled me.
It's
It
a
did.
thriller.
Ridiculous. Urban, you could be a star in India. You're skinny and can dance. Yeah.
I wonder how many times they've heard
Just
of
gay Adam.
Bobby Wayne. So, I wonder how many times their version of Kila gets played on their TVs.
Could you imagine?
That's 1 billion people. That's a lot of TVs. I'm just saying. That's a whole lot of TVs.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Michael Jackson was known in India, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're a local star, whatever the hell you are, locally in terms of India-y,
Mm-hmm.
when you're a Bollywood star, you're a big star.
Oh, yeah, you're a real big star. You got 1 billion people watching you. I mean,
It's
you
like
know.
here. when you're famous here in the United States, you may not be
You may not be
big
famous.
shit outside of here in the United States, but here you could be,
Yeah, you'd be big. You
big.
know.
So imagine, people with less money, but a billion people, right?
Yeah, a little over 1 billion people, and just think, just going to the movies is like basically.
Like a cattle call.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about like
Wow,
say.
you win.
I mean, like people, families go to movies, and enjoy themselves. So if you go to a movie, you gotta be making some serious bank. I mean, like going to the movies would be like going to a family of 4 going to the movies would be like going to Red Lobster, because it can be
Really?
expensive. Yeah. Really expensive.
I wouldn't go to Red Lobster, but they
Okay,
have
maybe
to go
Zaxby's.
through hell, like get on a bus. Some of these folks, very poor and indigent. I mean, they literally hang off the buses over there.
Oh yeah, they do. Well, they got a lot of people.
Sit on the roof.
He says lots of poverty. Yeah, you talking about? You think the wealth gap is huge here in America? They barely even have a middle class in India. It's like you either really 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 rich or really 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 poor. Like you basically
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, you either living over there in North Macon, like going shopping at River Crossing, or you live at a Hotel Dempsey, if you're lucky. If you're not living on
Not
homeless,
much of a jump.
you know.
That's like the most quality dollars I've ever seen.
Well, I'm just
Wow.
saying for an example. It's like, I
That's
mean,
true,
this it's
Yeah.
bad. Well,
It is sad. Sadly, yes, there are lots of poverty.
very, very.
Well, look, the way it is now, we're all in poverty. Believe me. Once spread the wealth idea started, now it's like trying to
But then yeah.
paint a house with 1 gallon of paint.
Yeah.
You got to stretch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening.
And then water it down, which kind of loses. the
Water it
luster.
down. And then what happens? You got to apply more pressure in order to get the paint on the wall. Think about it.
Yeah, that is true.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, it's very.
That's where we're at right now. America is no longer this spoiled brat kid. The toy was taken away from the child, and now they're saying you need to start doing your homework.
Well, yeah. I mean, compared to the history of the world, I mean, America is kind of like the bratty teenager compared to everyone else who like middle-aged senior citizen countries and stuff like that. Just like America's like, God, you people are so stupid. You know.
Yeah. The hell?
I mean, really,
Yeah.
really. Well,
I agree. I totally agree. I like the way you said that. Brought back some memories. Mohammed, good morning.
good morning. Good morning.
You've been here. Why you, happy Halloween. Yeah. You're having moments of euphoria. Happy Halloween. I was typing and just bullshitting and all of it. I want to say happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy Halloween to you.
Happy Halloween to you, ATT.
And
also.
it is,
It's 9:16 a.m. in Macon, Georgia, with a high. It's 57 degrees outside, somewhat sunny, with a high of 82 and a low of 52.
and we're here at Halloween Day.
Yes.
Halloween Day.
Halloween
Yeah,
Day.
it's Halloween. You know
Thank
what that
very
means?
much. Yes.
Yeah. Everybody gets to eat a lot of pumpkin at this time. Next
Here's the
comes the
great
turkey.
pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yeah, pumpkin now, turkey later, and fruitcake December.
Yeah, fruitcake at the end of the year. There we
Yes.
go. So that's pretty much what life is all about, right?
Yeah, pumpkin, turkey, and fruitcake.
That's
yes,
it.
there you go. Speaking of fruitcakes, well, actually not really fruitcakes. There's some people who have a problem with Halloween. For some Wiccans, Halloween can be a real witch.
A real
Yes.
witch.
Yes, according to this story right here
You
from
didn't mean
CNN.
bitch, it's a typo. Alright,
Yes. This is from Daniel Burke from CNN. He says, like a lot of people, when October 31st rolls around, a lot of Trey Capperhurst dons a pointy hat and doles out candy to children who darken the door at her cottage in Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
But she's not celebrating Halloween. In fact, she kind of hates it. Capnerhurst says she's a real flesh and blood witch And Halloween stereotypes of witches as broom riding hags drive her a bit batty.
So that makes her unique. She's a witch.
In other words, well, she's a Wiccan, as she says. Says, according to the Miss Kappenhurst, she's 45 years old. She wrote a recent article in witchvox.com. Says, witches are not fictional creatures. We are not werewolves or Frankenstein monsters. We do not have green skin, and only some of us have warts.
Yeah, like this story. It's like a freaking war.
Yes. But some look forward to the day when witchcraft is front and center and no one looks asking as a big black cats. Others complain that the holiday reinforces negative stereotypes of witches as evil doers who boil children in black cauldrons. And says unless one actually is a witch, dressing up as a stereotypical witch is bigotry, according to her. Says hanging up witch decorations at Halloween is no better than wearing blackface costumes or taking a slur, or like Redskins as your name of your football team, referring to Washington Redskins NFL team.
Are we in sports?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Let me know.
But in June, the wife and mother of two started her church for traditional witches called Disir, D-I-S-I-R, an Old Norse word meaning matron deity, she says. Most Wiccans identify as witches as they form the largest branch of the burgeoning neo-pagan movement, said Helen A. Berger, leading scholar of neo-paganism in Brandeis University. A 2008 survey counted that 342,000 Wiccans in the United States, and nearly as many who have identify simply as pagans, quote unquote. A significant increase from the last American religious identification survey was taken in 2001, and 3/4 of those American Wiccans are female, according to Berger.
Okay, check this out. Talk about a witch. Alright, or a bitch. We need to switch over to this.
Okay.
What do you think of this? Christina Crespo wears abusive wife Halloween costume. And she gets arrested for abusing her boyfriend.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. A woman dressed as an abusive wife for a Halloween pub crawl may have taken a costume a little too seriously. Christina Crespo of Clawson, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan.
How old is she? 26? Yeah.
Yeah, 26. They arrested her. Was arrested on domestic violence charges after allegedly screaming and repeatedly hitting her boyfriend with her purse outside a bar on Saturday. Isn't that funny?
Wow.
Her boyfriend wore an abused husband costume. Are you sure this wasn't a setup? I don't think so. This shit happened. It's always, truth is better than fiction.
Mm-hmm.
It's ironic that she went out dressed as an abuser, and that's what she ended up doing. Even if no actual assault occurred, an abusive wife is a pretty tasteless costume. But it is the most offensive we've seen on Halloween. That really, yeah, I guess it is. Kind of in your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk about art imitating life, or life imitating art, depending on what your point of view is.
Yeah, she was like Ruth Buzzy, like hitting people with a purse.
Yeah.
Remember Ruth Buzzy?
Yeah, I remember her from those Laughing and those Dean Martin. What's it?
I had a cousin that looked like
I thought, ooh.
I swear to you. She's the one that I told you about, that witch. Remember? Speaking of witch.
I thought she had anger issues, man, for real.
No. That's another one. The anger issue one is the one that used to fight with a boyfriend just to get back together with those sweet, Temptation and all these songs that are soft-hearted. What do they call them?
Love ballads.
Love ballad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, no. Ruth Buzz.
Yeah.
My cousin.
Right.
They were like twins.
Okay.
But she's the one that I told you about that when you looked at her from behind, she had the most beautiful butt in the world.
Like Jill.
The most beautiful body.
Kim
She
Kardashian.
had a killer butt. And everybody, I've seen this reaction for myself walking the street.
Mm-hmm.
everyone would be looking at her. And of course, she had a beautiful butt.
Yeah.
But then she would turn around, and you were looking at Ruth Buzzy. And you would see people's reaction, like they would go, man.
Wow, that's a look behind, and then she turn around, and you turn around,
Yeah,
and
you see them react on the street. And like the guys would be going, man, look at that, and then look at her face. Ooh.
ooh.
Like
She's
you would
she's
see them
she's
doing
basically
that.
she's like a textbook Butterface.
No. She looks like Ruth Buzzy.
Yeah, like Ruth Buzzy.
Like
I mean,
that
yeah, I
Butterface.
mean, basically,
Butterhouse.
yeah. But you know, she has an awesome body, but she has a face. She's like a Butterface.
Like a witch.
Yeah, because everything looked good, but her face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Butterface.
I got it. Sorry, I'm a little slow. Keeping up.
But I just
got
kept-
butter brain right now. All right,
But
what do we got? Oh, you got something called Easy Life. Maria Bello.
Maria Bello.
All right.
Yeah,
What
I was
about
thinking.
this one?
I was thinking about that one, you know, because you know,
Oh,
I'm-
thinking about that one what?
well, you know, a lot of people. She had like the show come out like last year where she's playing this tough cop, and it just is. I think they canceled it on NBC. I think it was called Grown Ups or no Prime Suspect. That's what it was. Prime Suspect, and you know, people during the '90s, people a lot of late.
It's some shitty show on television.
Yeah,
right?
some show that got canceled only went through 13 episodes.
Yeah,
And she's supposed to play this really tough cop.
All right,
And
so what about this story, Derek? That's
the stuff? Well, the thing is,
interesting to you.
speaking about abuse and stuff like that, I mean,
Very good.
even though she was a cop, played a cop, she always get knocked the hell out, and people think, ooh, she can kick butt like Xena Warrior Princess. No, it's totally different. First of all, Xena was a totally fictional story. There's no, I mean, people don't dress in no freaking sandals like the ancient
So
Greeks.
she was not the first beautiful woman that gets knocked around, though. There was Lucille Ball.
Well, yeah.
She
I'm
was.
talking,
I
yeah, I mean, on,
maybe not Carol Burnett.
I mean
but
on
Lucille
camera,
Ball.
on camera. And the thing is, even though she is not unlike Xena Warrior Princess, the Lucy Law is the actress. She's from New Zealand. She's like 6 feet tall. Maria Bell is like 5'3", 5'2", you know, and you know, even though she's a cop and carried a gun, she always kept on getting like knocked out all the time because she's playing, you know, fighting like criminals and stuff.
You.
I mean, she had a black eye and busted lip and busted nose, but like nobody want to see that junk getting knocked. Even if she is a police officer, no one wants to see that on TV.
No, there may be some weird correlation, like you know,
I mean,
domination and who knows.
yeah, but look bad. But she got black eyes and stuff, looking like Glass Joe from Punch Out, that old '80s video game Punch Out. Just, you know, I mean, just,
Alright.
I mean, she looks good now.
So,
but I'm just
alright.
saying. But you didn't see. I mean, you didn't see Xena Warrior. She's a warrior princess. Hello, hence warrior.
Oh, Gina. Yeah.
You didn't see-
She's a lesbian, no?
Well, her
Her and
character
that little
was,
girl.
Yeah.
They
She
were
was,
messing around on set, I think.
I mean, come on, this is ancient Greece. Come on. I mean, everybody.
No, never
I mean,
mind. I mean, I'm talking about in reality. They used to talk to each other like ready to
well,
bump.
she actually the little one, she actually did get married to somebody after.
Yeah,
the show
I did
got
actually watch Xena.
Yeah.
It was very corny, but you know.
It was a really good. I liked it. I liked it, but it just, you know, yeah, exactly. Xena never got black eyes. That's right, because she was kicking butt. But the thing is, like, Maria Bell's like 5'2". Lucy Law is the woman who plays Xena, is like 6 feet tall. Of course, she's gonna have like, you know, a good reach, you know, advantage and stuff. And plus, most of the guys she was able to kick, they were either too fat, too stupid, or too slow. So of course, she was able to kick their ass compared to, you know, people could see. Yeah, people don't mind seeing a woman kick butt as long as she doesn't get any, you know, marks.
Well, let me say this. You know, you look at Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Layla Ali.
That woman is beautiful.
Yeah.
What a beautiful. It's not like the father. The father was so good looking.
Cause I'm so pretty.
But she's
The
gorgeous.
greatest of all time.
And
yeah.
she's tough.
Yeah. That's strange.
I
I'm
like
surprised.
that.
Yeah.
But she's got a nice balance to her personality, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now you don't know them until you live with them, really.
Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised she's married. So I'm glad.
But
I mean,
she
has she
very
reti- is she-
cool. I like her.
Yeah, I like her too. Is
As
she-
a boxer, too. She's
Yeah.
a boxer.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. How in the world she
She's
keep
like
her
a
face?
world champion,
you
like
know?
a dad.
Yeah, how she keep her face, you know, nice and smooth? I mean, because
$1 Million Baby.
yeah, that was a good movie, by the way. But I'm sure, because usually most people, when they end up in box, especially if they're not good, they usually end up looking like, you know, Leon Spinks or, you know, they look like a human.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Speaking of Halloween, they look like human jack-o'-lanterns, basically. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and they box like men. You would think they were paw at each other.
Oh no, they wouldn't be doing no.
Like
They
a bitch fight.
no, they just.
No, she's good. She does a bitch fight.
I mean, she give him like the KFC 2-piece, blah blah, you know, something like that. You know.
Yeah. KFC. I know you're hungry, Derek. I can tell. Derek's subliminal joke on something to do. He's starting to think of food. Starting to get hungry.
Wow, Star Wars
Oh
pumpkins.
yeah, Star Wars. Somebody said they were
That's
going to
really
put
cool,
their
Sabuki.
penis on a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said that on Facebook. Was that you, Saibuki? Yeah. You're going to put a penis on a pumpkin.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, have you seen UFC's weekly show, Men and Women MMA Fighters? The women get their faces messed up and their faces are bruised. Yeah, but see, that's on. I think it's what's that show? It's a MMA show called Bellator, UFC, something like that. It comes on right after Impact Wrestling on Spike TV Thursday nights. Actually tonight, 11 o'clock.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mixed martial arts. I mean, that's getting kind of popular, especially among the women too.
And that's perfect timing. 9:29, 9:30. Take up sports.
Oh,
and I'll
yes.
be back.
Okay.
All
Well,
right, Derek. What's with sports?
Well, with sports right now, unless you're living under a rock right now, of course you know it's Halloween, so you know Boston got the treat and St. Louis got the trick. Of course, you know Red Sox won its third World Series title in a decade, their third one in 9 years, and get this is the first time they actually won it in Boston in Fenway Park. It's incredible. They won 3 World Series, even they reversed the curse 3 times. So that lets you know they're actually doing something, getting better. They're getting better. Got to give congratulations to John Lackey, who was the starting pitcher of Game 6. They won it in 6 games. They won the World Series title in 6 games and won it at home. They beat the Cardinals 6-1 in the final game. They was already like 6-0 around the 7th inning, and then St. Louis finally got on the board around late in the 8th inning, tried to make a comeback. But the winning pitcher was John Lackey of the Boston Red Sox. He pitched. He's the first pitcher to start and win a World Series clinching game for not one but for 2 teams. He actually done it before when he pitched 6 2/3 innings or Game 7 for the winning World Series team, the LA Angels, Los Angeles Angels, formerly known as the California Angels, back when they won back in 2002. So congratulations to them. Koji Urahara, the Japanese sensation, Japanese pitcher, he has a World Series save. He closed Game 6 with a strikeout, cutting out the lights for St. Louis. He got the last strikeout, and he didn't get the MVP though. But he was pretty good though. We'll definitely be seeing him in the future. He's a good young pitcher from Japan. Definitely going to be seeing him later down in the decade because he's really popular. He's very, very good, very good. He's probably the next Mariano Rivera. He's like the Japanese Mariano Rivera. David Ortiz, aka Big Papi, he was the MVP of the World Series championship. He went 11 for 16, had 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 8 walks, and had 25 plate appearances. That is the second highest in World Series history. He was the MVP. He had He had a World Series batting average of .688. He won, and I'm glad. And you know, since Boston went through a lot of stuff, just like when New York rallied with the New York Yankees when they went through 9/11, Boston was really Boston strong that last night, especially with all the stuff they went through prior to the beginning of the year with the bombing of the Boston Marathon earlier this year, which was like a month into the 2013 baseball season. So you got to give it up to David Ortiz and the rest of the Boston Red Sox. I know they needed it. They wanted it bad, especially all the stuff they went through with the Boston Marathon bombing. So just want to say congratulations to the Boston Red Sox for winning at home. St. Louis Cardinals, you know, you did okay. You didn't do too shabby, but Boston played better. They won it at home. for the first time since 1918. So first time in 95 years they won the World Series title in Boston. So congratulations to you, Beantown. You deserve it. And also in other news with sports, the Cincinnati Bengals going to be playing the Miami Dolphins tonight at 8:25 on the NFL Network. Stay tuned. Check your cable or local listings to see if you can find that game in your area. A nice Halloween game for you guys who are not going to be trick-or-treating tonight. You could have some nice... Matter of fact, Cincinnati got to be really good because they got to be going for trick-or-treating because their colors are orange and black anyway. So go figure. So you got... Well, actually...
Go figure.
Yeah, go figure. Bengals versus the Dolphins tonight, 8:30. 8:30 tonight on the NFL channel. Check your DirecTV or satellite list to see when it comes up in your area. 8:30 tonight. Also in scores, got some NBA scores for you. We got the Cleveland, LeBron's old team, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Brooklyn Nets, Jay-Z's team 98-94. The Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Miami Heat 114-110. Toronto Raptors defeated the Boston Celtics 93-87. Detroit Pistons over the Washington Wizards 113-102. New York Knicks versus the beat the Milwaukee Bucks 90-83. Excuse me. Phoenix Suns beat the Portland Trail Blazers 104-91. Oklahoma City Thunder defeated the Utah Jazz 101-98. San Antonio Spurs just barely got over the Memphis Grizzlies 101-94. The Dallas Mavericks stomped the Atlanta Hawks. Come on, Hawks. Dallas beat them 118-109. Denver Nuggets lose to Sacramento Kings 90-88. And the LA Lakers lose to the Golden State Warriors 125-94. Ouch. Ouch. Well, anyway. Happy Halloween, everyone, for those sports fans out there, and those, especially those in Cincinnati with the Bengals, your orange and black, and Dolphins in your orange and teal.
Yeah.
Hope you have a happy Halloween. Stay safe. Don't eat any wooden lifesavers, and that's all I have for sports. Thank you very much.
That was good nap time. That took a quick.
Thank you very much.
I wish, Ed,
Get a Red Bull, people. Thank you.
on the next break, I want you to open up with that Mexican beat. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I don't know. It's Vietnamese. It's a Vietnamese hat. Like. Anthony gave it to me. Tower of London.
Tower
Doesn't
of
probably
London.
fit, but. Remember? Play that for a minute, Ed.
From Mars Attacks. I just love this.
Let your brains explode. This one.
When I'm calling you.
Doesn't that relax you? Yeah, we need. And that's what you're going to be saying of food stamps at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I remember you.
Yeah, I remember when I used to get I
Yeah.
used to get diapers and applesauce.
Yeah, cigarette with food stamps.
Yeah, that's bad, man. They're gonna be cutting food stamps Friday, so
Yeah, you want to bring that story up there?
Yeah.
I know you did. Do it again. But
So if you
I
want
think
it-
we need an update.
yeah. So if you want to get some food, you better get it tonight, and don't stock up on just Lifesavers and Almond Joy. You better get some real food because tomorrow you may not get any.
Yeah, maybe now I understand.
5% cut.
5%
That
cut?
breakfast show.
5% cut.
Okay,
You
just
know that-
5%.
that-
Family,
breakfast
a
show.
family of four that makes like, I don't know, how many hundred it is, they'll see like a $46 decrease.
Okay.
Somebody that's probably making $150, $175, probably like $5 or $10 less.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for now.
But
For now.
the shows like the Apocalypse Preppers and all, those shows are big time now.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this kind of shit. The government's going to cut back. There's going to be food. There's going to be rationed.
Mm-hmm.
It's leading up to that already.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
You can't eat stocks and paper.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have food, and if you don't support these farmers and all the subsidies, they passed a farm bill.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually no,
Well,
rather they didn't pass a farm bill. What they did was they
Food
passed
stamps is part of that. The
right,
fucking ad
and they
program.
cut it back. So I
Well,
don't know. Doomsday preppers. Yeah.
Speaking of food stamps, they said that church leaders in 8 southeastern states say that congregations won't be able to meet the increased needs of food stamp recipients if the federal program is cut.
Yeah.
As is scheduled on Friday tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's when a temporary benefit from the 2009 stimulus that boosted food stamp dollars will expire.
Well, I don't think they're gonna take it all away. I think it's like 25% or
I just
15%
said 5%.
Yeah,
It'll be a
5%.
5% cut to anybody.
across the board.
Right, but if you're like a family of 4 that gets like, I don't know, $300-$400 a month, I forget what they get. They get a lot of money.
But they don't.
They'll lose about $40.
Yeah, but they don't freeze the program. The program continues.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna freeze.
They're just gonna
Yes.
make it harder for you to get,
Yet.
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna make it harder for you to
But
get.
remember, in January, we go back to the same shit, the government shutdown crap again, when the extension they gave expires. So, get ready. We go through it every 6 months.
That's true.
Well, this is what President Bush, HD, whatever his name was, the father,
Mm-hmm.
when he announced the New World Order. This is what we got. It's a New World Order.
He wasn't joking. He wasn't joking. Which you got to be remembered, this. I mean, a lot of people don't mean to sound like a conspiracy, but I mean, my goodness, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, he's part of Skulls and Bones, as his son is part of Skulls and Bones. Not to mention, before he was president of the United States and vice president under Ronald Reagan, he was actually the director of the CIA. So he knows.
and he was the
he knows some
ambassador
dirt.
to China.
Yeah, so he knows
That's
some
why
dirt.
the Chinese now, we're like China's little whore. China's cheap whore.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, pretty much now. I guess you.
Yeah, that's what he did.
I was about to disagree, but like, yeah, you're right.
And I horse in China.
Mm-hmm.
Horse a big time business over there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know. The New World Order, folks. That's what we got.
Yeah.
And right now, by the way, the NSA was just on.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news.
Oh yeah.
The admiral or the colonel, the lieutenant or the whatever rank he is, I always forget. Head of the NSA, the military part of it, was just on saying that they did not go and ask Google or anybody else for any information.
I see.
That's the point they were making. They were saying that we didn't give them the information. And now they're saying we didn't ask for the information.
Wow.
So what are we talking about here? There is no real NSA. We're all NSA. All of us. All of us. Because we can see each and everything that we all do if you get on the internet.
Right.
It's an
right.
open forum no matter what.
Exactly.
You live on the internet. You live in a matrix world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the internet is. And it's almost like every time you get on, it's like going on the corner right here.
Yeah.
And making yourself announce.
Yeah,
I'm
guess what?
here.
Hey, guess what, man? Got some
My
so-and-so
Anthony.
here. Yeah.
And
Whatever.
screaming in the street. That's what you look like on the internet. Once you start getting on Facebook and all that, Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
You
making
know,
selfies.
so I don't understand this whole concept.
With the
People
duck face
upset
look?
about NSA and
With the
spying.
duck face look.
You don't need to announce that you're spying. Everybody does.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very
I mean,
true.
how do we get like Bollywood videos?
YouTube.
We're able to get whatever we want.
Yes. By the way, thank you, YouTube, and the guy who made the film, I guess.
And that's the problem that we're having. And because of the internet, it's brought people closer together. So now you see the chaos is in your face, like in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there.
Yeah.
That's why I stay away a few days from like a Facebook or whatever. Because it's like going in a crowd. It's like going to a van. I'm serious. Internet. Yeah.
Shoot. I don't
Do
know.
you believe the NWO will ever happen, or think people will never bow down? They could kill me first.
Shoot, we probably seen the first phase of it right now.
You're already
Think
seeing
about
it. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about
Police
I mean, not-
everywhere. They're militarized already.
Yeah, not to sugarcoat anything.
The police are militarized.
But speaking of sugar,
Yeah.
and,
you know.
and speaking of Halloween also, basically it says America's sugar fix makes every day Halloween. Imagine if every day of the year was Halloween, matter of fact. I mean,
You have a lot of rotten teeth.
yeah. Yeah. It sounds cool at first, but you get to dress up in cool costumes and tell ghost stories and watch little kids have a great time. But after a while, seeing somebody eat a week of eating miniature Butterfingers and Almond Joy and listen to Monster Mash a dozen times a day, you pretty much get sick of it. Nutritionally speaking, though, at least every day is Halloween in America, because we may think that 1 or 2 pieces or 7 pieces of candy as a once a year sugar high. The fact is we're already overindulging in sugar
That's good.
on a
Good
daily
story.
basis, really daily basis. According to the American Heart Association, they want us to have no more than 25 grams or about 6 sugar packets worth of sugar a day for women, and no more than 38 grams or 9 packets worth for men, which ought to be easy, but it's hard to limit yourself or your children to 6 packets a day. How can you do that? But it says that, say your kids want something for lunch or something, and you're watching their sugar intake, you take 2 slices of Sara Lee Hard and Delicious 100% whole wheat bread, spread on a serving of Jif reduced fat creamy peanut butter, and then add some Smucker's low sugar strawberry preservatives. Got to be healthy. You just made 100% with 19 grams of sugar right there.
Yeah.
Or nearly 80% of what women should eat in a day.
But there's nothing like sugar, baby.
Yeah, I know, man.
Nothing like sugar.
I think that sugar is like
But it is-
sugar is
it is
nature's
bad.
crack,
Yeah.
basically.
Basically, what the problem with sugar is, it feeds your bad bacteria in your stomach.
Yeah. Remember,
That's all it does. That's what's making you hungry. Is the bad bacteria is eating up everything in there. Next
may
thing
be
you know,
from
you're
the
always
sugar.
hungry, so you always eat.
which possibly
So-
from the sugar. Remember that story we talked about could Oreos be as addictive as cocaine?
Yeah.
It says you start your day off with a Starbucks Grande 2% latte. That's 17 grams sugar and a pumpkin scone. That's 43 grams
Yeah,
of sugar.
scones.
Yeah, or
They're
like-
good, but
yeah.
they're weird looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go to Starbucks and get one of those things. That's 60 grams of sugar, which is about the equivalent of 18 Tootsie Rolls. 18 Tootsie Rolls. And then
You can go through a bag of Tootsie Rolls, right, Derek?
yeah,
That's about-
yeah.
What do you mean?
I probably could do
You
that.
don't realize what you're eating.
Or bitter honey. Remember that bitter honey?
So
That's
good.
that honey, little honey.
Yeah,
hard
bitter
thing,
honey, yeah.
chewy
What
stuff.
about
Yeah, that's good too.
Oh, that's
then
your
for,
favorite.
yeah, I like that. Then for lunch you have say for lunch you have the Black Forest ham and cheddar sandwich. That's 24 grams of sugar, and a medium sweet iced tea, 64 grams of sugar. That's 88 grams, which is about the amount of 13 snack-sized Mound bars.
Yeah,
13
these
minutes.
are, by the way, energy. We're talking a lot of that
Mm-hmm.
high calorie stuff. This kind of food is good for anorexic people, right?
I guess.
Makes them hungry or gives them energy, but they don't
Anorexia?
put on the weight.
I know her too.
But it seems like there's sugar everywhere, even in our foods, like in lunch and even in dinner. Say you go to Chili's for dinner and they say they get the hot spinach and artichoke dip appetizer, which has, believe it or not, 7 grams of sugar, just 7. And then you get the Caribbean salad with grilled chicken, which is to die for. It's lovely.
Doing a commercial here?
Well, I'm just saying what the equivalent is.
Oh.
The Caribbean salad with grilled chicken tastes pretty good, but 77 grams of sugar and a lemonade. glass lemonade, 52 grams of sugar. That's
Wow.
100.
Yeah, but the lemonade that they sell today is not even real lemonade. That's all fake shit.
But yeah, that's true.
The real lemonade is the one that they have the old juicer and they push it out like a real orange.
But you think
That's
about
it.
that one. But just from that dinner, that's 126 grams of sugar, or 25 mini Reese's peanut butter cups. 25 of those bad boys.
Yeah.
And your total grams of sugar for the day, from the the Starbucks latte and all that stuff, and the lunch and the dinner, that's 274 grams of sugar, or 46 snack-sized Twizzlers that you've just eaten worth, candy-wise.
Yeah, let me see. I went to when I first got to Georgia. I had a lot of part-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was I was hired by one of the church members to go down to Alabama and also Rome.
Okay.
But this one was in Alabama. And we went to a flour company.
Okay.
Flour, regular flour.
Yeah, flowers.
Right. And to go fumigate it.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to cover up every orifice, every hole in this gigantic plant that where they make flour, where they hold the wheat and all that crap.
Yeah.
The bugs the size of my coffee mug were in there.
Wow.
Rooms full of flour on the floor that were knee high that you normally walk through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the conditions there, and not only that, they bleach the flour. They bleach it with chlorine.
Mm-hmm.
So you're having bleached flour, which is why they call it bleached flour.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The same shit with sugar. They bleach it.
Yeah.
They do
They make it
all
white.
sorts of everything to that sugar before it's known as sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just a poison.
Just like white bread.
Yeah. Yeah, white rice is bleached also.
Yeah,
Thank
white
you,
bread.
ATD, yeah?
Yeah, white bread, white rice. Yeah, that's why people always say.
And then
you
of course
drink
you
yellow
have
rice.
white bread and that and the problem with sugar is, remember, the problem with sugar, one of the big problems, besides everything else, high blood pressure and this and that, makes you hype. Besides that, that's all the chemicals in it. It also feeds your bad bacteria in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's where you develop a lot of stomach problems, belly aches, smelly farts, running shit, yeah, who knows? And the list goes on.
Oh, okay. So
Because it's got all those chemicals in
yeah,
it.
so people are talking about getting well, you gotta. I guess the best, if you need to sweeten something, you gotta use that sugar in the raw, that brown sugar, that or the stevia, because sweet and low is so freaking bitter. It's like might as well just be putting freaking asbestos in your coffee or something like that, and then you got that Blue Eagle, which must taste a whole lot better, but it has aspartame in it, and that's cancerous. I mean, what you gonna
But
do?
Joe Jackson, he's a famous singer back in the 80s,
Uh-huh.
late 80s, early 90s, Joe Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Not Michael Jackson's father. This is another Joe. It's
Yeah.
a white guy Joe, he's singing.
Oh, that song here, Step It Out Tonight. Dun, 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 dun,
There you go.
dun.
Well, he wrote a song called Everything Gives You Cancer.
Oh, really? Dang.
Everything gives you cancer. I gotta look him up. He's great. Joe Jackson. Look him up on YouTube. Great singer. Anyway, he wrote that song. Everything gives you cancer, and you think about it.
Yeah.
People give you cancer. People could be cancers. Yeah, and because of the dairy section is refrigerated, whatever. Yellow rice okay or better? Wait.
Oh, okay. That's why the eggs.
Why
in the
eggs
dairy
in the
section.
dairy section? Because it has the same amount of fat.
Possibly, yeah. And
Protein, no?
plus it's refrigerated, so
Yeah.
it's refrigerated, but you don't want to have it near the frozen food. You don't want it too cold, but you want to at least be able to preserve it.
You know, that is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it in the dairy section? They kind of go together, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Eggs.
Chicken
Milk,
or the eggs, you would think it'd be in the chicken
cheese.
section. Well, yeah.
That's all in the same table, a food table, no?
Well, I
Bring
mean,
that up.
I
What's
mean,
a food table? What's a food table? What are we supposed to consume? While he brings that up,
yeah.
I'll read the chatters here. Well, eggs are considered a meat. Really?
Yeah, because I'll say, yeah, I know they're not dairy products, but you know, but they are like a meat substitute. I mean, if you can't eat
yeah,
ham
we had
or
a
bacon,
lot of eggs when I was going. Mommy, can we buy something from the chicken and portion section?
mm-hmm.
Michelle.
Food table graphics.
Michelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, everything gives you cancer. Wartown! What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Wartown is high on us.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Derek, what do you got? The food pie. It's no longer. It used to be a triangle.
Yeah, it used to be a it used to
Now
be
it's
a
a
pie.
pie. That makes sense.
Actually,
Make it easy.
yeah.
I think you just had it. Go back.
Oh,
I saw it over here. I saw a picture of it right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. That's it.
yeah. It has a food
That.
table chart. Yeah. I think Basically, the food table chart of balanced diet is like you need at least 33%, a third of fruits and vegetables, a third of carbohydrates, 33%, milk and dairy products, 15% of dairy, 7% of fats and sugars, and 12% of protein.
7.
Yeah,
It's the lowest one.
yeah, 12% of protein. So I guess fats and sugars.
That's the lowest one you should be having, but that's the one that people desire the most. Ain't that some irony?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And carbohydrates. Would bread be mostly in carbohydrates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Carbs.
Carbs.
Pasta.
Okay. Pasta,
Bread.
noodles. Yeah. Yeah.
What else?
I guess spaghetti. Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Okay, pasta.
Yeah.
And cereal, I guess, because it's also a grain. Yeah, I guess cereal too.
Okay. Then eggs are like a meat. That's weird.
Yeah. So.
But eggs are in a place of themselves. I mean, it's like, yeah.
Well, it
chicken
would be.
embryo,
See, eggs.
like Michelle said.
I guess like eggs and meat, they both give you protein. So I guess it would be in the protein area.
So basically, we're eating aborted chickens,
Well.
right? Think about
Well, unborn chicken. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
it. Eh?
Just the thought of that.
Yeah.
Aborted chickens.
Or geese. Whatever.
Aborted penis. Fetus. Alright, so,
That kind of killed my. That kind of killed my
another
appetite.
buzz killer.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, this is a good story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we gotta have some good stories. We got so many sad stories.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the sugar one was kind of sweet.
But
More or less.
I think this is a wonderful story, and it comes from Port Clinton, Ohio.
Yeah.
The entire town throws early Christmas
Mm-hmm.
for a dying boy.
Okay.
It's nice. Portland, Ohio sounds like a pretty incredible town. Devlin Coleman, one of its own, is dying of brain cancer.
Mm.
And he may not live long enough to see Christmas this year.
Mm.
So the 13-year-old's hometown has come together to start a holiday season early for him. The Toledo News now reports that seriously everyone in Port Clinton is participating. The Christmas sights are everywhere. Walmart is donating presents to the family. And Kevin has a view of the winter wonderland he can see from his hospital bed, which is positioned near his apartment's bay window.
Mm.
That window looks out onto an adjacent park where a star bearing the words "Merry Christmas, Devin" hangs, and where a Christmas tree donated by the mayor has been erected. And hundreds of his neighbors dressed in Christmas colors and gathered across the street to sing carols for him on Monday. And I'm glad that everyone came out here because Devin's probably sitting in there with a really big smile on his face, happy that everyone came out there. Said one of his classmates. Devin came from the hospital Sunday night, and he was escorted by a parade dubbed Operation Bright and Loud, involving neighbors, police, firefighters, and more than 100 vehicles.
Wow.
There you have it. That is a great story. It sends chills.
Oh yeah.
You know, it goes to show you that people are good. There are people. There are still good people here.
Yeah, there's still, yeah, that's true. I mean, people want to be able to do the right thing and forget who cares if it's, you know, frou whatever. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't know how long they have, and you know, you want people to remember you. And I guess a lot of people.
But that's kind of, you know, what would you think, Derek, if you knew when you were gonna die? Like, if you had to face death.
That would be devastating. I guess the thing is, you want to be good to people, because if you're in that situation, you want people to treat you well. I mean, if you, hopefully I don't end up in that situation, but if I were, I probably would have to live my life to the fullest. I probably would do some stuff like running with the bulls, you know, like what Brian did. Because if I was gonna die, I mean, at least let me go out swinging.
Live like you would die.
Yes.
Or stomp.
Yeah. I mean, at least, because going through cancer is
All
a
right,
painful
buddy.
idea.
Make sure you don't molest the phone company.
Yeah, because cancer is a terrible
Cable guy.
it is a terrible way to die. I mean, seeing my dad deteriorate when he had COPD, it was just not good at all.
Let me see. Two
Herb,
comments.
would you sleep with a fat slob if you were faced with your death?
No. Hell no. First of all, sleeping with a fat slob, that's what's gonna kill me. That assures my death.
Mm-hmm.
That, in fact, puts an end to it. It's like committing suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, man?
Get killed with that smell.
There you go, Herb.
What do you say?
Fat slob, couch potato.
Yeah. By the way, you know what's so
Fat
funny?
ass.
What's so funny, Ed, is I never looked quite like that, but boy, I had a belly at one time. And I would sit at my desk almost like that, like slumped back,
Ooh.
with a big giant belly in front of me.
Bro.
I mean, that's a little bit exaggerated. That person's huge. I mean, I'm small. But I had a belly close to that. Close to
Well, whoopsie, break it down.
Wow.
Thank you, Ed. Derek, what? Oh, God.
Well, saved by the bell, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
2 hours
Fat,
gone.
drunk, and stupid. There's
One
no
to
way
go.
One more to go. More
Get that
bullshit.
finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
Yeah. Well, into the final home
We're gonna take a
stretch.
break.
It's 57 degrees in Macon, Georgia. Somewhat sunny with a high of 82 and a low of 55. You're watching the Morning Roast. Tune in for the third and final hour. We'll be right back.
Ah.
We'll get the official time in just a minute.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
Incredible.
cool.
Yeah, that is really.
Thanks, Ed, for that video. In celebration of Halloween.
Yes,
The
that was
Halloween
really nice.
pumpkin.
The pumpkin race or something. Swimming in a.
No.
That's Jack in a lantern.
Pumpkin. What would you call that? What's the headline?
I guess Jack in a lantern.
No, Jack and a pumpkin.
Yeah, but they become lanterns when you carve the pumpkin. It becomes a lantern.
Right,
Yeah,
but if
Jack.
it was a lantern and they had holes in it in the eyes, he would have been drowned. No.
Yeah, true.
Float.
True. But I
He
guess
could
it
have
was
painted it.
Yeah, it was a pumpkin race that they had where these
Pumpkin
people,
boy. There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pumpkin boy.
Pumpkin boy.
Using a pumpkin as a kite, but that's got to be a huge.
When's that Charlie Brown Halloween?
This is the
come out?
Great Pumpkin trailer, but yeah, it's going to be on ABC at 8 o'clock tonight, 7 Central.
And I love that one. That's my favorite, actually. That one, and of course, the Christmas one
Oh yeah,
with the little tree.
yeah, the little tree, yeah. That every time I see it, you just want to just cuss Lucy out, man. To my, yeah, he's a blogger, but he man, fuck you, get your own damn tree, Lucy. Get your own tree.
Yeah, Lucy,
Screw you, Lucy.
Lucy, aka Michelle Stacy, is not my favorite character either. She's a bitch. Little Lucy.
Yeah.
Always messing with poor Charlie.
You're always yanking the football away when we're trying to kick it. You know that's wrong. Just straight up wrong.
Anyway, that's true. I do have Lucy aggression. But anyway, my favorite character was Snoopy, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Most people can relate. Snoopy was my favorite character. But Charlie Brown, nobody could beat.
Oh yeah.
He was the man.
Yes, he was the world's still favorite underdog in a way. He's
well,
the loser. You know, well,
then
not
there's
loser, but
underdog.
underdog. He's always the guy who gets the rub and finally, hopefully, gets a break someday. You know?
Well, I liked. All right, the two famous events that happened on both of these is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one that Charlie Brown for the Halloween one.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge to that story is that Charlie Brown continues to get rocks instead of candy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I got a rock.
Right. Now, what was Charlie Brown Christmas? What was the big deal about that?
Well,
What was the focus of that one?
Well, he wanted to be.
No, Charlie Brown, that doesn't mean you're allergic to
Come on,
girls.
you gotta know this.
Um.
How could you not know this?
It's basically show the meaning of Christmas, and they wanted to show it by getting a tree. But at the same time, they hating on his tree, and he's like, "Man,
It's on the
screw
tree.
this."
It's about him buying this little tree that he felt sorry for.
Because people felt sorry for him.
Yeah, it was all falling apart. It's such an endearing little story.
Yes.
Have you ever bought those little trees, Derek?
Not yet, but I've seen them on sale over at Kroger and CVS, by the way.
Yeah, I had
like
a
$19.95,
tree on my
yeah.
desk at work, little mini one.
Oh yeah.
But it was really, really intricate. It had all of the ornaments,
Yeah.
like wired in.
Oh,
I mean, you just folded it up, put it in a box, and then open it up the next year and plug it in.
Also, by the way, I think I'm talking about they actually have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree that they're selling at CVS with the one little twig and the sprouts in there and a one little ornament wrapped around that little pink
Really?
blanket. Yeah, they actually selling it for $19.95 at CVS
That's
and Kroger. By
I
the way.
bought it for $5. Oh, and the thing is, by the way, Placer mentioned this Halloween is also the anniversary of my mom's death. Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. You have our
And
condolences.
it's funny that you bring up your mom, and I'm talking about Christmas trees because our Christmas tree went up every year on my mother's birthday, December 16th. That's when I hope to have a tree right here on the shed here at the Morning Rose. Little one. That's it. You see it off the side here. Yeah.
Right.
Why not? Right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
On the 16th.
That'd be good.
Yeah, anyway, so what else is in the news, Derek? What do we got going here, please?
You're
Help
welcome.
me
You're
out.
welcome, Plastic. So that's some more Halloween stuff. I mean, we are.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Oh,
whole.
why don't you do the Halloween, before we do that story, bring up the Halloween tips. Letting people know about, the tips on how to trick or treat. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Well, they had. I was
Yeah,
trying
we
to.
had it somewhere.
I had it somewhere here. I was trying to find that bad boy. What I do know that if for kids who go in on trick or treat, always go to places where they have lights.
Yeah.
And if they have decorations, if they have lights and decorations, then that means that you basically you can go there because they will have candy there. if they have lights but they don't have any decorations, just avoid it because they probably don't celebrate it or they don't have any candy at all. But
Right.
definitely avoid houses that have no lights at all, because it's either abandoned or basically it's just a place with squatters or.
Here we go. We
other
got some
people
Halloween
stuff
safety tips.
Mhm.
All right. One. Right. Teach children their full name. This is Halloween safety tip.
Mhm.
Teach them their full name, address, home phone number, in case they are separated from an adult.
Mhm.
Younger children should always be accompanied by a responsible adult.
Mhm.
Older children and teenagers should trick or treat in groups.
Yes. Don't go alone.
Avoid masks and that obstruct your vision. Wear bright-colored, flame-resistant costumes that fit properly to avoid trips and falls. Consider also wearing facial makeup instead.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely wear bright colored clothing because you don't want to, because you know the stuff going on.
You want to
people
get run over,
get run over by some motorists and stuff. Yeah,
especially here in Georgia.
yeah.
Terrible drivers. Cross streets at crosswalks or at corners, not in the middle of the street, and stay on the crosswalks as much as possible.
Right, right.
Cross streets, carry flashlights and put reflective tape on costumes or trick-or-treat bags to increase visibility in the dark. Put on reflective. Reflective sneakers, you know those little sneakers that light up when you step on them? Those are perfect.
Oh yeah, perfect. Definitely perfect.
Never enter a stranger's home or accept a ride from a stranger or approach a vehicle for a treat. No, don't go. It's not a house. Nobody has a car and goes and opens up the door and starts giving out treats on the street. They don't do that. You go and ring your doorbell and you get it from them. But even that you have to watch out.
Mm-hmm.
What bells you ring. What bells you toll.
Doorbells, I guess.
While distributing treats, restrain pets. Don't have them have chocolate. That could kill a dog.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And or porch that could pose a hazard to trick-or-treaters. Wait a minute. While distributing treats, restrain the dogs, remove toys, sporting goods, gardening equipment from the yard or porch that could pose a hazard to trick-or-treaters. You don't want them coming on your property, tripping and falling, cracking their head open, and they shoot your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's your treat.
Yes.
No, your trick. So make sure that doesn't happen. Motorists should be mindful of trick-or-treaters who might dart out of driveways between parked cars or out into residential streets.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you watch every driveway, every sidewalk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They drive on the sidewalks there. Eat only factory wrapped treats that haven't been tampered with.
Right.
After checking them at home, notify local enforcement if there are any suspicious treats.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Exactly.
source of this, thank you, both the Macon Police Department and Bibb County Sheriff's Office. We
Yes.
appreciate it. These are great tips. I
Very
like
good
these.
tips. Very good tips.
This wasn't like a generic one. Someone's
Mm-hmm.
talking to you. Yeah, I like that. So there you have it.
Yes.
What do you think?
Very informative. I think every kid should have that. That's why WGXA is having that Halloween thing over at the Macon Mall tonight from 5 to 7 p.m.
What's it called? Halloween thing?
It's not the Halloween thing, but they have
The Hollywood thing fling.
a Halloween party where they give out candy to the kids. There, it's the mall is a well lit place. It's safe. If it's a little bit too, which is ideal if it was like, say, if the temperature was the same temperature as it was last week, where it was almost close to freezing. That would be a much preferred place.
Well, look at today. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of kids out there today.
Oh yeah, a lot of kids.
Everybody's going to be trick-or-treating.
We done with sports?
Yes, we've been done with sports. Like almost an hour ago, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
You thought I'd pay attention.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a fucking word you guys say. Once in a while, I'll pick up something, open my mouth.
He's zoned out.
Yeah. I actually had one video, speaking of Halloween, where I just showed where like this guy made a costume for his little girl, which is really good. Hopefully before we end the show.
So what's
But
the punchline to that video?
it was not a punchline, but it's about this guy who does this really good story about he makes a costume for his little girl, wants something unique and what's safe, and he uses a LED light
Yeah.
to
Yeah, I saw that.
like a stick figure.
But Terry, that's an amazing looking costume.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little stick figure.
I'm
yeah.
gonna post a link, okay? Because I can't. I
Yeah, there
gotta
you
stop
go. You
doing
can look
videos.
at it. It's a great little costume.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I edit the videos too much,
Mhm.
it screws them up. So
Okay, I
the
see.
same videos are great, but they can look at the link.
Well, I think that that costume
Mm-hmm.
is generated so that people could see the child.
Oh yeah.
But the only problem is it doesn't have a back to it.
No backlight.
No backlight. It's only the
Mhm.
front. So if the child is running at you, it's good to see him.
Mm-hmm.
But if the child is running away from you, you're gonna get run over.
You're right.
Because you won't see it. It's a all
I
black
think
costume with
that
a
would
white.
be good
Mhm.
with a pair of LA lights.
Yeah. With
Oh
that.
yeah.
But it's
Mhm.
only the front area.
You hear about the guy that robbed a 7-Eleven? Ran to the field
Mm-hmm.
wearing those things?
Wow, really?
That's how the cops followed him. You seen the light flashing.
Of course. You
Well, so you're gonna need to have good eyes of love
yes.
in order to drive around today.
Yes. And
Remembering that you can run somebody's ass over if you don't take it easy driving today.
yeah, for
Slow down.
treating. Yes.
Not that serious. Well, would be serious if you run over one of these.
Are we
people.
going trick or treating tonight?
So don't drink and drive. Either
Are we
way.
going trick or treating?
No,
Mm-hmm.
no. I'm.
Well, I'm not. I don't have
You got
any
your
candy.
niece.
Well, yeah, I'm having a niece.
All right. Today's daily bread is Eyes of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes of Love, written for today, October 31st, Halloween Day. Eyes of Love. Many people who come to Mark Salem stage shows think he can read minds, but he makes no such claim, saying he is not a psychic or a magician, but a close observer of people. He told writer Jennifer Molson, "We live in a world that's mostly invisible to us because we're not paying attention to things. I'm very sensitive to what people give off." It's interesting to know that Jesus saw as he met people. His encounter with a wealthy young man seeking eternal life is recorded in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Mark includes his telling in detail. Then Jesus, looking at him, loved him. Mark chapter 10, verse 21. Some people may have seen this young man as an arrogant person, verses 19 and 20, while others may have envied his wealth. But Jesus looked at him with love. We often focus on a man's sad departure and apparent unwillingness to give up his riches to follow Jesus, verse 22. When the disciples wondered aloud about the difficulty of a rich man entering the kingdom of God, verse 26, Jesus looked at them and said, "With men it is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." Verse 27. Today, Jesus sees us through the eyes of love and invites us to follow him. Down to his splendor and glory he came, into the world of woe, took on himself all the guilt of my shame. Why should he love me so? There you have it. God has both an all-seeing eye and all-forgiving heart. Today's Bible read for today in Mark chapter 10, verse 21. Then Jesus looking at him. Derek.
Love.
Love.
Mark 10:21.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that helps.
Yes. I remember a few days, I think earlier this week, I think it was ATT or somebody said that Harry Houdini, the great magician and escape artist, his birthday was on Halloween. Actually, he died. On Halloween. He died on Halloween. Actually, his birthday is March 24th. My birthday. We both share a birthday. Me, Harry Houdini, and Steve McQueen from both.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why I like Mustangs. But you're.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we got birthdays.
Yes, we have
Bring it
birthdays.
on.
Woo! We have celebrity birthdays. Ha ha! Here we go. Willow Smith, the daughter and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, who became known for her song "Whip My Hair back and forth, whip my hair back and forth." She's 13 years old
He calls
today.
his daughter like a bug name. Willow.
Actually,
Weeping Willow.
that's a plant, not a bug.
Isn't there a bug that's long and skinny and it's called a willow? No? Oh, I know.
Jimmy Seville.
Oh, it's a caterpillar.
Yeah, caterpillar. Yeah, not a caterpillar.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The late British pedophile Jimmy Savile was born on this date in
Oh, my Lord.
1926.
Who gives a flying crap?
He
That
died
guy
in
should be wiped
2011.
off the face of the earth.
Yes,
Memory.
another a-hole that was born on this day, Christopher Columbus, an explorer and navigator who set out to claim the East Indies for Spain, but instead voyaged to the New World, trying to find a shortcut, ended up being lost.
Yeah, he discovered Yugoslavia.
Yes, if you want
No,
to.
not El Salvador.
If you want to blame why the Washington Redskins are named the Redskins, it's this guy right here. This guy died in 1506.
Never Christian. Oh my
he would've
God,
been-
I can't believe it.
Yes.
What? Happy birthday.
To Vanilla Ice. Born Rob Van Winkle, he entered the rap star
Yeah.
after a single Ice Ice Baby became the first hip hop song to reach the top of the Billboard charts to debut in 1990.
And let me just say this very
46
quickly.
years old today.
We just
Vanilla
had a
Ice.
video I put up about Paris Hilton
Uh-huh.
dressing up like Miley Cyrus, and the people are like, "Oh, brother."
Mm-hmm.
And this is another guy that got fame for what? Paris Hilton got fame because she was related to Conrad Hilton of the Hilton Hotel.
So it's just about
Kim
family.
Kardashian, her father, the lawyer. This is the same shit. People, no talent, but somehow they get famous for whatever. Has nothing to do with talent. That's what we got today. No talent people becoming famous.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
we
here's
got talent. That's why we're not famous.
yeah. That's
We'll never be famous.
possibly. Well, don't hold. I mean, come on. You never know. You never. Speaking of which, SNL.
What does the fox say? What does the fox say?
Take that
There's your
soundbite and
example
burn
of
it.
Nothing making money.
Yes. Who gave him
There
a
you
record
go.
deal?
Look at the Pet Rock.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
And
How? I bet you that's now the new party song.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, actually, it is. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the new party song where everybody dances around like a bunch of idiots, like the Electric Social and what's the other?
Electric Slide.
Electric Slide.
Electric Slide,
Electric Slide, Electric Slide. The Wobble.
the Wobble,
Wobble.
the
The
Macarena.
Hokey Pokey.
Yes. The
Right.
Gilligan.
The Conga Line.
Yes.
The Gilligan.
Well,
I
true
never
story.
heard of that,
Well,
right?
it's a dance that my friend made back before I went to college. We were my friends and I were watching Gilligan's Island, and it was
What could Gilligan? I want you to do the Gilligan right now. What
Do
is
the
the
Gilligan.
Gilligan?
Yeah, my
Right
friend was in
now.
a mirror. He was in front of a mirror, and we were watching Gilligan's Island. And he basically just got up. He just started doing like this, just because it was one of those episodes of Gilligan's Island where they had the headhunters.
Yeah, but that's like the Egyptians. They do that shit, man.
Well, it's like this, but this is more like this because they were
Walk like an Egyptian.
But anyway, we named it. Well, he didn't have a name for
Look,
it.
look, you stick to the Carlton, you'll be okay.
Okay, yeah, great.
He's
But
having
then-
a good time doing this.
My friend made up this dance, and we were watching TV and said, "I got a new dance, and what you gonna call it?" We were watching Gilligan's Island. Well, let's call it the Gilligan. I mean, thank you, lucky stars, we weren't. Thank you, lucky
It's hard
stars.
kids growing up.
Yeah,
like
thank you, lucky stars, we weren't watching Petticoat Junction.
This is stuff the kids think about and come up with.
Come on, we
All
were
right,
teenagers. Well, there's some famous people who passed away, but you should know them. The late, great Michael Landon was born on this day in 1936, died in 1991.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Good looking chap.
Yeah.
I was a big, gigantic fan of his.
Yeah,
But he was pretty cool.
Yes, he was best known for playing Little Joe in the TV shows Bonanza and Little House on the Prairie, and also
that was boring.
Highway to Heaven. Yes, and also
Yeah,
John
Highway.
Candy, best known from SCTV and being in movies like Uncle Buck, Great Outdoors,
I
and
still can't
Spaceballs.
believe he died.
Oh yeah,
You know, sometimes I forget.
I knew he was
died.
going to die, man.
And for-
Because of his weight.
Mhm.
And I knew Chris Farley was going to die.
Yeah.
I was talking about it the day before Chris Farley died. We were partying. I said, he's going to end up his weight and everything and the drugs he's doing. His body can't fucking handle it, man.
yeah. That's why you don't see too many 70-old, 400
Bye,
pound guys.
ATT.
You know,
Please.
that's
Yeah, all these young stars die so young.
true. Oh yeah, that's
See,
that's true.
and the thing is that they become more famous for that
After
the fact
they
that they died.
Mm-hmm. Peter Jackson, the director of the Academy Award-winning director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the remake of King Kong. It's his birthday today. He's 52 years old today. And here's somebody that I know that Rick Knight likes from Mix in the Morning. Nick Saban, one of the highest-paid coaches in collegiate football history, led LSU and Alabama to national championships. He's the current football coach of Alabama, who's winning so doggone much. He's 62 years old today.
Wow.
Actor Dermot Mulroney, who played in
Gerbil?
Dermot Mulroney. He was in My Best Friend's Wedding. He turns 50 years old
Dermot.
today. Yeah, Dermot Mulroney, yes. Adam Horowitz, a.k.a. King Ed Rock from the Beastie Boys, 80s hip-hop group. He's 47 years old.
One of them died recently, right?
Yes, Adam Yauch. Yes, he was known as MCA. This is Adam Horowitz,
Dying off.
Ad Rock.
All right.
He's
Next.
47. Michael Collins, the pilot of Apollo 11, who went on to become the director of the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. He's 83 years old. He was the other guy. He was the third guy he was the one that didn't get to walk on the moon with Armstrong and
Yeah,
Buzz
he was
Aldrin.
up behind. Oh my God!
Y'all ought to be
Boy, you better be glad I left my Glock at home.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween,
Yeah.
Chris.
Oh my God!
Can't
Ready?
believe we just
Look at
talked
this
about
fella.
birthdays.
Look at that.
We have your beloved Anthony B. Harris. We will behead him until you release the blind shirt. Ah!
Well, you know that's gonna be a long wait.
Do me the favor, go get him. Oh, pull up a chair. You knock that off and get
Man,
him.
y'all bitches was supposed to scatter, man. Like,
It was kind of scary.
y'all son of a bitch.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell it
I
is.
could have just walked in here and killed everyone.
I bet. Yeah. Well, come on in.
Yeah, worst you can do is like, well, I guess I won't be paying that water bill.
Famous friend, Chris
Yeah.
Payne is here.
Also,
Elvis Payne.
other
and shit.
famous celebrities' birthdays. Dan Rather, CBS news anchor and correspondent for 60 Minutes too. He turns 82 years old today.
Yeah.
Deidre Hall, best known as Dr. Marlene Evans on Days of
Welcome,
Our
big
Lives.
guy.
She's 66. Juliet Lowe, she was born on this day in 1860. She
How fucked
founded
up
the
he
Girl
looks
Scouts
fine.
of America in
That looks
19...
insane. Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that face. Yeah. Like a
Yes.
murderer. He looks like the guy from what is it?
What, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy
Yeah,
Krueger?
yeah. Freddy Krueger. Sit back, Freddy. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, Juliet Lowe was born in 1860 on this day. She was the inspirational founder. She founded the Girl Scouts of America a century ago, back in 1913.
Yeah.
Dale Evans, who was born on this day, 1912. She died in 2001. She was the singer-songwriter and actress who worked with her husband, the late great cowboy actor Roy
Are you
Rogers.
gonna kill us?
Yeah.
Come here for?
That's what I come in here to do.
Yeah.
I tried to scare these people, and they was just like, oh,
I just
Gene
deer in the headlights, oh.
I'll get a couple. Jane
like
Pauley.
dead. Like,
Jane
no
Pauley,
reaction.
Emmy Award-winning
Not
news
enough
anchor.
sugar.
Used to be on the Today Show. She's
We know
63.
sports yet?
This birthdays, man. David Ogden stars who played Major Charles Winchester on TV's
That
MASH.
doesn't
He's
even know
71.
we're out of here.
And
That's it. Oh,
yeah, that's
happy
about it.
birthday, all
Happy
of
birthday,
you.
all.
Goodbye. He looks
Happy
like
Death
Freddie
Day.
Krueger.
Speaking of the dead, dead celebrities. This
John Belushi.
actor, yes, this actor Emil Hirsch will play John Belushi in a biopic on the comedian. Production company
Who's gonna be John Belushi?
Emil Hirsch.
Who's that?
Emil Hirsch. I don't know who he is.
Give him
Bring
Mike.
him up.
Michael
I want
Stacey.
to know who's gonna play John Belushi.
Michelle Stacey, I like that.
Yeah, Michelle
that,
is
that
a
was
star.
a good. That was a
Who the
good.
hell is
Machete.
Machete? That was a good one. I gotta check out that movie, Michelle.
That
Machete
guy's an
does.
ugly motherfucker. There's another one. The ugliest fucking actor in the world, man.
Who?
Machete.
Danny Trejo.
Machete,
What his
man.
fucking name is.
Man, Danny Trejo, I love Machete. I can't wait for the new one to come.
I just want to see the. I think it's already out. I just want to
It's
see.
getting a little
I just
close
want to
here,
see
but-
Sofia Vergara in that machine gun bra. I'm trying to figure out how she pulled the trigger on that thing.
That was a little out there, man.
Derek, we gotta get you laid, man.
That was a little.
Yeah, I'm
your
getting a
birthday?
little nervous on
March
it.
24th.
All right.
Well, anyway,
All right,
Emil
we're
Hirsch. Who the
PayPal
hell
account.
is that guy?
he's a young actor.
We're gonna set up a PayPal account.
He's been in movies like Alpha Dog.
Get DB laid.
He's in-
PayPal account.
He was in movies like Speed Racer, the live version of Speed Racer, and the movie Milk, and Oliver Stone's Savages, and David
Milk.
Yeah, The Darkest Hour and
Milk.
Taking West.
Army milk.
So he's been in
He's
some
completely freaking unknown.
basically unknown pretty
So
much.
he's gonna have to gain weight looking at that picture with that mustache and beard.
Yeah. Directing this
almost like,
directing this biopic of John Belushi will be Steve Conrad, who wrote the screenplay of the upcoming Ben Stiller film The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Conrad will also pen the screenplay adapting the biography Belushi. 28-year-old Hirsch was starred in Sean Penn's Into the Wild and 2008 action film Speed Racer.
So this is a movie that we know the ending to.
Yeah, pretty much. Production on this film is planned to begin in the spring, around March, April of next year. And of course, John Belushi was one of the original Saturday Night Live cast members. He was in the Blues Brothers and National Lampoon's Animal House before dying at the age of 33 in 1982.
There you go. By the way, somebody mentioned this.
Mm-hmm.
His prices are insane. A cow. I work for Crazy Eddie. His prices.
Hey, was a crazy idiot. It's crazy.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. Get that.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, man. At 33, if you're eating too much and doing too much cocaine, you're gonna die. You gotta do one or the other.
Right.
You cannot eat too much and do too much cocaine because that's just going against one another real bad.
Yeah. Makes you a big fat wired up slob.
You
Yeah.
end up looking like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Vale la kila solo.
Wow.
Yeah, you end up looking
Like Irving.
like Michelle.
Who wants to look like Irving?
Michelle. Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
disappearing.
There's some stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you got the pictures ready. It's talking about Halloween
Get that
costume.
finger out of your ear.
Oh,
You don't know
Halloween
that-
costume.
Yes.
Was I supposed to get pictures?
Well, from the story I sent you. You know,
So bring that up.
you know, some
Halloween
sto-
costume.
you know,
Oh, by
about
the
some
way,
stories.
they're doing tacky Halloween
You
costumes.
gotta tell me what you want me to do with this shit. You
The
sent
picture.
me.
I said get the pic. Okay, I guess that'd be the
Please take
specific.
pictures.
Oh.
I guess he didn't get them, Derek. You have them?
I get it.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a story about talking about Halloween costumes, or one that was a really bad choice. Julianne Hough was slammed for donning a blackface Halloween costume.
Oh Lord, everybody's doing
I-
Former
Fucking
Dancing with the Stars pro Julianne Hough, age 25, is likely has a closet full of fabulous costume, but her Halloween selection was a kind of a miss instead of a hit. The Rock of Ages Stars was photographed at a Halloween bash on Friday this past weekend,
There we go.
donning a racially offensive blackface and prison jumpsuit,
Miley Cyrus.
impersonating the character Crazy Eyes, played by Uzo Aduba, the black female actress from the hit Netflix series Orange is the New Black.
I would have never known that. That's like knowing that a meteor is about to strike us.
Yeah.
I could not figure this woman out. There's no freaking way I could ever relate that character that she's playing in a Halloween costume.
Yeah, I mean her character. I mean,
Is
basically,
that
it's a
not
black.
the
It's
stupidest
basically
shit
a
in the
black
world?
female, and she got orange scrubs. And I guess even though it looked like she got a really, really bad tan, like Boehner, that orange tan because orange is the new black. So it was like
Hey,
you know,
not even
black people
blackface.
are in jail. You know,
You're
that's
right. Is that even blackface? That wasn't blackface.
It was
It
black.
was-
Yeah, how
Orange
was that guy? Look
Gotta
more like
check it.
Benihana to me. I mean, it wasn't really black. I mean, what is she? She high yellow.
Well, like
That's
Michelle.
high yellow face.
Well, yeah, like
Is that a Ginsu?
like Michelle
Is that a
said,
Ginsu?
her skin is orange because orange is the new black. You know, orange scrubs, prison scrubs, a lot of black people in jail. You know, that type of stuff. You know.
That's too heady for people. First of all, she looks like a bad version of Miley Cyrus. That's all she wants.
All
She's
she
I'm
needed
gonna
to
look
do
like
was
Miley
stick her
Cyrus
tongue out
and
Yeah.
pretend that this is a very intelligent costume, and I'm gonna be some freaking whatever woman that is completely irrelevant to my life or anybody else's. Who is she trying to be again?
This black female character on this show, Orange is the New Black. Basically, this black female inmate. Because there's a lot of characters on that
Bullshit.
show.
You're trying to be Miley Cyrus with more little knots on your head. That's it.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But there's a lot of people that have been tweeting about it. And there was one woman, she was really ticked off.
I'm not very offended with Julianne's half get up. Were we offended with Wayne's insipid acting white chicks when they were dressed up?
First of all, if you want to talk about the way in that show, that movie White Chicks, it wasn't that good of a film. You know, like
They
it was a
didn't look
crappy
like white.
film.
They look like really bad, deformed looking women, like
On steroids.
Herman Munster.
Yeah, Herman Munster looking white chicks.
They
Yeah.
didn't
Lurch.
look real. They didn't look
Lurch.
real.
And another person tweeted, "People need to stop being so thin-skinned. Julian apologized. What more you people want? Blood, leave her alone. Leave Julian alone."
You're right. It's not freaking annoying. You got the essence. How annoying that is. You're amazing, Derek.
Someone has
This is
to
better
die
than
for
fiction.
that.
All right.
Oh.
Was that not annoying, folks?
Yes.
That's how annoying those.
How did that sucker get a record deal? Dang.
Who?
The guy who made What Does the Fox Say?
They're from Norway.
No, yeah, Elvis.
No.
Elvis. What the hell do you call that?
Oh, come on, man. Paul McCartney. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody ringing a bell.
Well, I mean that's
Open the door.
Now, come on,
Well,
that's
I mean,
Paul
come
McCartney.
on. He's going off.
I mean,
for like decades.
come on, Ed. Come on, you gotta cut Paul some
Name
slack. The
recognition.
dude used to be a Beatle for goodness sake.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets a goof one time. Even he gets a mulligan. I mean, come on. I mean, Steven Spielberg made Hook. I mean, all his hits ain't gonna be number one all the time. I mean, come on.
I like Hook. I think that bastard
Oh my
really
God.
lost his hand.
Alright, so alright, whatever that person is being is a stupid costume. She doesn't look like she has a black face. She looks like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
With John
And it's
Boehner's
the thing,
tan.
that whole character that is supposed to be in that orange scrub shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh no, wait! I love the pants on the ground guy. We have the same fashion sense, and who doesn't like pants on the ground?
Pants on the ground.
Yeah, that was.
Walk around town with your
Pants
pants
on
on
the
the
Well, and
ground.
not only that,
Come on, man,
gang.
that
We
shit's
got gang.
catchy. I remember
Gangnam
that,
Style.
and I don't remember half the shit I hear on the radio.
Do you remember your childhood?
That's why that's probably the only radio station I actually listen to is probably plays 80s music, but pretty much. At least I listen to that music.
Hey, this right here is a U.S. Air Force issued. Man, don't compare me to the Klan.
Yeah, that's
What
all.
is it? Is it the
Whose name is on
skinhead?
it?
Is it the skinhead? Is that what it is?
Whose name is on it?
Maybe.
Pool. I don't know.
Cool.
That looked great.
I don't know who the fuck
We have a delay on our cameras, and so I'm watching him doing that shit with his head on the screen.
Like 10 minutes
It's really
later.
good. Yeah.
It's
You
not
just
really-
figuring this out, buddy.
Yeah. There we go. Anyway, Derek.
Yeah, I
We're
got
almost
some.
closing out here. Hey, buddy. What's going on with you today?
Oh, what's going on with me is I'm gonna be at the Halls of Havoc tonight and tomorrow, scaring the hell out of people. So if you're in the Macon area,
Let's see
you know,
your shirt.
anywhere
What's
in
it
there,
say?
come on by.
What's it say?
Halls of Havoc Halloween attraction is located on Knoxville Road, as a matter of fact. You can visit old school that was haunted anyway, and we turned it into a haunted house.
Wow. And are you playing one of the scary people?
Yeah. I've
That's
done it
Are
great.
for
you
Right.
a
years.
Montrose? Is that from some? That's another one.
Montrose, man. No. We don't have quite the advertising budget they have.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
But-
I've seen that.
but-
I've been seeing that for the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Red Bay
I'm
Marty.
tired of the pig man. I'm
Some-
gonna come behead your ass,
The pig man.
Mr. Pig Man.
Some big pig man went a little mad when he found out his house went bad.
Yeah. This shit finna go real
So
bad.
this is your character then, in the haunted house.
No. I mean, I just do whatever pops into my head. I like to do some.
So, all
I
right.
like doing improv. This year I've been the redneck cannibal, trying to do a little character development.
Yeah,
you
there
know what
you
I'm
go.
saying?
The redneck cannibal.
Yeah, and I mean, the first year I did, I was Freddy Krueger. Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of stuck on me. Everybody calls me Freddy now. It's fucked up.
Well, that was kind of funny. I mean, last time I dressed, it was like about 3 years ago, and I was dressed up as Dwayne Wayne from a different world, because I had the glasses and the
That's a
cap.
Oh shit, man!
Yeah, I know he was like my doppelganger, pretty
Yeah.
much. It was like,
Yeah, I can see it, man.
yeah, and people were like, so, when I went to the asylum when it was still open and stuff like that, and people were like, I was walking in the club at that Halloween night and stuff, everyone told me, man, I seen him on TV. I seen him on TV, man.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I actually signed an autograph.
That's him, man.
I actually signed an autograph, but
No kidding.
Hey, man, can you give me Will Smith's phone number?
You know what I did? I dressed up as a pope one year. I tell you that.
Oh yeah.
I made the whole costume. So I'm walking through.
You got a picture of that, don't you?
No, that's
Uh,
Photoshop.
Yeah. That's the Photoshop version, but literally, I look like that. So I'm walking around. It was all white satin. I had it made by my tailor, and I'm walking through Flushing Meadow Park, going towards what used to be the World's Fair. We were having an event there, and I'm walking through, and somebody started like yelling, "Oh!" You start like stop at me. So when I get to the door, my friend is laughing at the door. I go, "Did you hear what he said?" And of course I didn't. He said, "What are you supposed to be, the Ku Klux Klan guy?"
Yeah?
Well, yeah, they didn't even
Kiss
know.
my
I was the
ring,
Pope.
boy.
I was the Pope.
He's the Pope.
I'm the
And then
Ku Klux
I know,
Pope.
I'm serious. And I looked
The
at the
Ku
guy and I
Klux
said, I looked at the guy, and you know, at the time, I said, same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the Pope. Ku Klux Klan. Same shit.
Okay. Got away with words. Speaking of words, we got word origins.
God.
Our word for the day is
Yeah.
latitude.
Latitude.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have a little latitude in your attitude.
Yes. Yes, indeedy. In Latin, latus, it comes from the word latus, or latus, which meant broad. And not red, not the Rat Pack broad, but you know. From it was derived dilatare, which means spread out, which is the source of the English dilate.
Like spread out your legs. Yeah, right? Spread those legs.
And latitudo,
Spread out.
which English took over as latitude. Its use as a cartographical term stems from the oblong maps of the ancient world, in which distance from north to south represented breadth, hence latitude, and distance from east to west, which represented length, hence longitude, from the Latin longitudo, a derivative of longus, long.
Yeah, you have a longest latitude there, right there.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Yes.
That's great how the word fits into everything.
Yes.
Changes
Who
in
said-
latitude,
who said-
changes in attitude.
Yes. Who said?
You have a long latitude. Well, yeah.
Yes.
You have a great attitude. There you go.
Definitely, that's for sure. Who said this first? Who said that first? You pay your money and you take your choice. Now, this is I never heard this one before. Believed to be a slogan of London market stallholders, the saying came before the general public when the term was first seen in print in 1846. There had been a prime ministerial crisis in Britain when Robert Peel resigned, followed by a time of government indecision, and the new leadership was unclear but hovering over several possible starters. On the 3rd of January 1846, a Punch cartoonist drew a picture showing a young girl standing with her father watching a group of important-looking men go by. She asked,
Which is the Prime Minister?
his reply, whichever you please, my little dear. You pays your money and you takes your choice.
No.
I guess whatever that means, you get what you pay for, I guess, in short.
Get what you pay for, yeah. Get what you pay for. This is why you get what you pay for on this show.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
We're
indeed.
not gonna give
I
you
hope you're
money
not
here.
playing anything. You ain't getting shit. Except for witty commentary by these two.
Oh, yes.
I may be head one of them before it's
Yeah.
over, just for pure entertainment
Why
value.
not? Shit. That's a reality show.
That's
Hey, Derek.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you think about this Paris Hilton trying to revive her career by dressing up as Miley Cyrus?
First of all, what career?
I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see that sex tape.
How did being lazy as hell just being an heir to somebody as a career?
You haven't seen no sex tape?
Oh, I've seen that
Neither have
sex
I.
tape. I want to see the.
I don't know what the big deal is.
Wait, please, who wants to see no stick figure humping? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, she looks like that costume that's all
I
lit
kind
up.
of like that, man.
That LED costume.
You like stick figure?
That's, hey, have you ever seen anime porn?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's out there. I've never seen it either, but I noticed it. I was over at the, I was at the FYE, and I was like, for real?
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, seriously, man?
I mean, I've seen Fritz the
I
Cat,
at least
but
want to
come
see
on.
real fucking. I don't want to see no damn anime.
Cartoon.
Yeah, like the bitch gonna grow wings and they're gonna fly up in the sky and hit it on a cloud or something. Fuck that, man.
Oh, Lord. You know, they just passed some new laws, by the way.
Which law?
For the Sunday drinking in Jones County,
Yeah, they did.
right? Well,
You
Trump-
bastards don't need no more fucking liquor anyway.
Well, guess what? They may not have some when it comes to wine.
Oh, okay.
It isn't only France that's suffering from growing dearth of wine. It's the entire world. Says a report released on Monday.
Wow.
And the shortage is only getting worse.
A shortage of wine.
Yeah,
that's
last year,
fucked up.
check this out. Last year, global supply for wine already barely exceeded demand. Adjusting the demand to include non-wine uses such as making vermouth.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually an undersupply of about 300 million cases, marking the largest such shortfall in almost 50 years.
What?
At the current pace, no wine, baby. There is no wine.
No
in
wonder.
your
Oh, there's
time.
plenty of wine in though.
There is no wine in your time.
Yes.
Yeah, in our time.
Well, I guess it's probably a shortage because this economy is driving people to drink, and obviously drinking a lot.
Well, they're gonna be drinking.
But only
vermouth.
rich fuckers drink this shit. So hey, yeah, you gonna have to drink beer like us commoners.
Well, believe it or not, you may have to use that sword because this is a two-headed monster. It's,
What a two-headed monster.
Yeah, it says global wine consumption has been on the rise almost without interruption. Say for a short stint between 2008 and 2009, since the late 90s. This is a double-headed problem. That's what it means. The United States and China, in particular, are drinking more wine. The United States, which guzzles 12% of the entire world's wine, has seen its per capita consumption double since the start of this century. And China, which is now the world's 5th largest import market, had doubled its consumption not once, but twice in the last 5 years. So imagine, in 5 years, China doubled, and then it doubled again within 5 years.
Wow.
And you're talking how many people there?
In China,
More than India,
a
right?
billion and a
And
half.
I bet you they're really drinking this
A
shit.
billion
too.
and a half, yeah.
Instead of like these little wine tasting bastards that go in there, they got the $100 glass of wine and shit to go,
Yeah, it's nice.
and then they spit the shit out. Are you fucking stupid? Oh, we gotta spit it out so I can drink some more.
'Cause you don't wanna get
Motherfucker,
drunk.
drink
And then
it.
they start smelling the glass.
Yeah, like, I mean,
See,
they-
even Sabuka's agreeing with you. He says it's a feckin' waste. There's no problem. Wine is
For
rank
fuck's
and
sake.
No
for fuck's
shit.
sake. There's
What do you
no
say?
problem. Wine is rank and pretentious asshole drinking, and half of that they spit out.
Well, let's
see
put
me-
it this
see
way.
me
These
and-
guys are a bunch of alcoholics who want to
See,
take
me and Spiffy
wine.
got on the same page.
You can't tell me these guys are not alcoholics. Somebody
That's why they
taste
gotta
the
spit it
wine.
out, because they know they just get drunk like that.
yeah.
Anyway.
Wussy rich bastards.
Lagging production in the world's three largest wine-producing countries, Spain, France, and Italy, is also largely to blame. Area under vine. The amount of land being used to grow grapes for re-winemaking has fallen considerably in all three since 2001. Last year has been a surprisingly good year for winemakers after poor weather wrought an exceptionally weak harvest in 2012. Global production in 2013 has seen rising to 7-year high. And anyway, reversing the trend will require more than a single strong harvest. The U.S. and China alone are projected to consume 400 million cases of wine apiece by 2016. There you have it. You better come up with a way.
I know, yeah. You gotta come on with it.
All right.
We
Get the
need
drink
more
on.
grapes.
This is the only time.
They should have called it the grapes of wrath.
There's some serious grapes around.
I know. Well, this
You
is
know
the
what?
only time
Yeah.
that we really want
Brokeback
wine.
roast.
We don't want.
Ooh, make me
wine.
wanna squeal. Yeah, squeal, baby. Woo.
Blast that, Ed.
I'll make the Christmas on if y'all don't quit that shit.
That's from Georgia.
What's going on? Ding.
That's great. Ed.
You know what? You's got a really pretty good mouth.
Look, the chat.
I want to tell you something. You know what, something? You got a pretty good mouth. You know that? You pretty good. Can you squeal like a pig for me? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you.
You don't like no squealers around here.
Learn his emotion kind. I love it. Alright, here we go. Anyway, did
You see, that's what our show is like. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's
There
just
is no
fucking all over
symmetry
the
to any
place,
of
man.
this.
There's
There is no
script.
symmetry.
We don't follow any order, but we're credible.
Yes, we're very credible.
And the count says, you got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
You sure got a pretty mouth.
And you talking to me.
Yeah, you thought.
You
Yeah.
talking to me.
Yeah, I guess you do got a pretty mouth. You know, yeah, you.
Hey, man, you give me it right. I got it right.
Can you
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it squeal
yeah.
like a pig, right? Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2020 Bensonites.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, let me ask you a question, Derek. I'm going to ask you a question.
let me ask you a question.
Because I know you're going to be honest about it. all
I
right?
know you're gonna be honest about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got an echo in this room.
we got it.
Hello.
I know.
And here's the question. Here's the question.
Here's the question.
Not female, because obviously any female mouth, whether it's Oprah Winfrey's or
Priyanka
Miley
Chopra.
Cyrus or doesn't matter. If it's female, you like. But what male person do you know of in Hollywood who has a pretty mouth? What male? I want to see if Derek has a little gay in him. Because, you know, gotta kind of look at their lips and go, those are nice lips.
The words of Irving Martinez
A
are
pretty
not
mouth.
necessarily the
Yes.
I'm going with Travolta, man. Because
Yes.
Travolta got pretty lips, man.
Thank
If I wanted to have some fucking lips, I'd get some John Travolta lips.
The John
I don't
Travolta.
know why.
Okay.
See, thank you for that disclaimer.
What about you, Derek? Okay, we got John Travolta or John Travolta, right?
He
here.
wants to lock
Travolta? Hey, man.
He wants to lock lips with Travolta.
ain't that
I ain't
something?
say that. If
That's
I wanted some lips, they would be his. If I like could go get an actor and put his fucking lips on my face, other than them being attached to his body, I'd take Travolta's lips.
Derek still hasn't answered the question.
Take
Don't
him
worry.
That's I would have to say when he was younger, probably Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
No, that's just too much, motherfucker. Imagine how many blowjobs he's had. Ooh, I saw him.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
That's horrible.
Jagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Large badge of face. Jeez.
Between Mick Jagger,
Who was about
Steve
85.
Tyler, and Simon, your baby, you're the best. What's her name?
Carly Simon.
Carly Simon.
That's a woman.
Those three people have the
Okay.
biggest lips in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
For white
Carey-
people.
Mariah Carey has some.
Is
good
that
lips,
what you would like? A Steve Tyler lips?
And notice it was all white people they was
So
talking
now it
about.
comes out, Derek.
What?
Would you do
You
Steve
coming
Tyler?
out of the closet?
Would you do Steve Tyler so you can watch his lips as you do them? I'm just saying.
This is going
You
too
know,
far.
and let me just say this. Let me say this.
Off with his head.
Your silence breeds everything. There you go.
Yeah,
Woman.
I would do his daughter.
Yeah, Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler,
Wrap it up.
Definitely.
super fucking
All
hot.
right, here we go.
I was
What else?
just getting.
Been checking out the mirror. Oh.
You checking.
And cut to a click quick.
Dang, that's messed up. I was just about to close the show about this motor raceway over in Moscow.
Oh my God! Another Indian. Was she an Indian?
Actually, she's Miss Spain.
Spanish racer.
She's a contestant of the Miss Universe pageant. Patricia Llorena Rodriguez is test driving this Mercedes
Look
Benz.
at that.
Rodriguez.
Yes,
She's hot.
very hot. She's gonna be yes.
Derek likes doing the.
Yes,
It turns him on.
exactly. Of course, she's going to be among the many contestants that's going to be part of the Miss Universe pageant that takes place in Moscow on November 9th, which will be next week.
Next week, she's gonna be in Moscow. Moscow likes some Spanish women, Cuban women.
Mm-hmm.
They're all into that stuff.
Definitely, yes.
All right, so what are you doing today or tomorrow?
Both nights I'll be at the Halls of Havoc.
All right, and that should be
And,
a lot of fun. You're gonna be scaring the shit out of people in the haunted house, right? Haunted house or
Well,
what?
up, man.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be Freddy Krueger. Yes.
You better do better.
I'll
than
just be
when
some
you walk
crazy
in here, 'cause
guy.
he's
You're just
scared.
gonna
Machete.
See, you're doing what they call what? Improv.
Yeah.
So
But
you gotta come
that's
up with
why, you see, when I was able to do Freddy every night
Mm-hmm.
the first year, because of some movie things, I've not been able to be there every night because they can't find nobody to replace me.
Well, nobody.
Well,
looks
yeah,
like
when
you.
I'm Freddy, nobody
Freddy
wants
like
to
you.
follow that shit.
Dick Kruger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to find guys that look like you. I know.
Well, I got a good act. I'll go in there with the improv, a bunch of one-liners. I have to drive the fuckers out of my room because everybody wants to hang out with Freddy. They know I'm not really gonna kill
No,
them.
get it.
So, all the adults come in there and want the fucking Freddy shows.
You
And
were
I'm
like working
I'm
over.
really fixing to fuck you up, bitches. You know.
You would do that? No.
No, if I got adults,
Can you?
now if there's
There we
kids
go.
in the group, I won't go crazy. But if
Would
I
you
got
really do
adults,
that?
I
Yeah.
would. I'd get up in their faces and
And
like,
you start
"I'm gonna
cursing
rip
like
your
that?
fucking
Hey,
face
Crease.
off."
Chris, can you do that line from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 to my
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that. No, when I get a black group coming through there, yeah, free love soul food. You know, I just jump on them like that. You know.
Take us out, Derek.
Please translate Boomhauer.
Please, Derek. Take us out
That was
now.
great.
Okay,
Oh.
we're gonna take you out now. We want to say
yeah,
thank you for all our guests: Acid DJ, Sabuki, Master Meatball, Michelle Stacy, Nikhil 3000, Plastic Canvas, Ben in Ohio, Bobby Wayne, Clean Underwear, Muhammad Hussein, Scorpio PO, Smell My Finger, Turner Diaries, Watchdog 1, and thank you DS Photo Guy and Tyra London who was here earlier today,
And thank you,
and
brother.
Donnie Curry, and also Chris
Freddy Krueger.
bringing the pain for making a surprise, a very surprising Halloween guest appearance here on today.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
We'll
don't
see you
run
Friday.
down.
We'll see you Friday, which will be Slim Sim of first Friday, November the 1st, our last day in
Hey.
October.
What's long and skinny and goes trick or treat?
Who?
A Halloweenie.
Ha ha! Yes.
Okay, guys.
But
Eat shit and die. See you tomorrow.
take care.
You know
Can you
what?
smell what
You know
a
what?
roaster's brewing?
You know what?
What?
You know what? You know, you's got a pretty good mouth. You know that? You's got a pretty mouth. You know that? You know that? You's got a pretty mouth. Yeah, you.
What the hell did you come up with
You talking to me? I got a pretty mouth. Maybe you got the pretty mouth. You.
Anyway, and so I used to go. Wow!
Trick or treat.
These bitches could not scare for shit. I jumped in right.